Previously on Lords of Aion. You all, for one reason or another, in a rainstorm, you all met in an inn because, well, you needed shelter from the storm, and it just happened. It just happened to be there. It was like it was the only town in like a ways. Like there were no other towns around. So you guys got there, you all met, and you all had the common goal of getting to this city called Sanctuary, which is up to the north. And in this inn, you all met a knight and somebody who was escorting, and they seemed pretty determined to get to a nearby city The name of the city is escaping me, but it doesn't matter now. So.
Is under attack.
But yeah, like you overheard them talking, you figured if you get to this city, you can get passage to Sanctuary, it all works. So you joined up with these guys because they needed a bit of an escort. Then at night, you guys were attacked by bandits, who all happened to be elves. And before you could interrogate one of them, the knight that was with you, Sir Reginald, decapitated him. Naturally, you all demanded answers. When you got to the city, you were taken to see the lord of said city, only to be met by Emperor Blackwell Lysander, played by the man who plays Tywin Lannister. I'm sorry, I do not know his real name. So yeah, with him there, Charles Dance. So yeah, with him there, and with two of his Kingsguard and Sir Reginald, they pretty much explained to you that shit is going down with a group of rogue elves called the Scoretail. The Scoretail, as you guys know from knowledge checks, they're pretty much like militant elf. Like they believe elves should be the superior race. Like the elves used to own the land, now they don't. Humans do, but they want to take it back, make the elves great again. Pretty much sums up their whole motivation: make the elves great again.
I'm not paying for this wall.
No, they don't want someone to build a wall. They just want to enslave everyone that's not.
We're going to build a wall and make the orcs pay for it.
Yeah.
But yes. What you guys also know from checks, however, is that the Scoretail are just a bunch of like random bandit camps. They've never been organized, so the idea that suddenly they are is somehow new. Also, during this conversation, Mike failed a stealth check to try to steal.
I didn't fail a stealth check. It was impossible to actually succeed in it.
Yeah. Sorry, Mike. The DC was too. The DC for that room was too damn high. You were standing in a room with the Emperor, one of his Kingsguard, one general, one knight, and one lord of the city. You were not gonna make that.
Yeah. So in other words, even with dice, you can't escape physics.
Yeah.
They're looking right at you.
Yeah, it was an open room with nothing to hide behind, and they were looking at you. Also during this conversation, because of the secrets and because of Reginald being a dick to you guys, Zach managed to convince the Emperor for a rather unreasonable reward: 10,000 gold for each of you. Before this reward could be given to you, however, the city suddenly came under attack by the Scoretail. Again, which is kind of a shock. You were led by the Emperor and the Kingsguard through an underground escape route on the premise of, well, I'm sorry, I thought you guys wanted to leave the city. So pretty much since you happened to be with them, they took you out that route. They have no fear of you killing the Emperor, because they could probably kick your asses. So, just before you guys got to the exit, however, you were ambushed by a Scoretail kill squad. Meanwhile, in another part of the world, a random lone traveler wandering through the rainstorm at night happened upon a cave where he met a knight. This knight and him had a common goal: to get to the same nearby city. Only when they got to this city, they found it under attack, and following the Scoretail, they found the underground caverns, and led them in one fortuitous moment. They find themselves right where they need to be, which brings us to now. So So you all find yourselves like I'm gonna show you the room once combat starts, but I'm gonna try to describe it as best I can.
Okay.
You all are basically in like this wide open like underground. The walls, the floors, the ceiling. It's all made of stone. It's like you're in this wide stone room, like behind you all is a statue, and supposedly the statue is the way out. Charlie, you connect the statue, and you still have an arrow sticking out of between your fingers where you try to push the mechanism that would make the door open.
I see.
Yeah. Directly across from you are like 10 elves. There's one captain leading them. Like a couple of them have swords. There are a couple on the ledge behind you guys where you came down. They have arrows, and they're all just looking right at you. After talking with these guys for a bit, the elf captain suddenly just yells, which those of you who understand Elvish know it means this. Go, kill the Emperor. Save the blonde one if you can. She can be part of Fenharal's harem. The half-breed is mine. What? Which leads us to roll for initiative.
What? We're getting attacked now? Where are we?
Remember you were gonna leave, and then the
D20, right, John?
Yeah,
We're
D20.
going to eventually see the demon guy held by a chair by a bunch of other people. Then we're going to see a person by the name of
This is
Scratch
gonna suck.
scream something at him.
How does initiative work? How does initiative work?
Roll a D20 and add your dex.
Oh.
So,
Oh.
Which means this is gonna suck.
so Joe.
Plus our Dex mod or just straight up Dex?
Dex mod.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh, Dex mod, then mine's 15 then.
Then mine's 12.
So it's 24.
Okay.
Grant, what's yours?
20.
Oh.
20. Wait, just the mod part? 22
Yeah.
then.
You got a 22?
Yeah.
Oh, we're all rolling. Good lord.
I know. Whoa.
Ken, what was
I
yours?
think we tied.
15.
15.
I'm a ranger guy. It's my second highest stat next to my intelligence.
How high's your intelligence?
My intelligence is at 18.
And your dex is at 18 too?
No, my dex is at 16.
Okay.
And
Okay.
it's my second highest stat. I'm not a very charismatic guy.
So do we have
That's
to
it.
roll for a tie, Grant and I, or do we go at this?
Yeah, you have to roll for a tie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We can go at the same time.
I guess I won by. I rolled a 4, he rolled a 3.
That's how it works.
What was like the same thing for rolling 22? I rolled a 18. You must have rolled a 19. What's my cross? What's my hand
Okay,
crossbow
I rolled
do?
a 20. That means this is, everything's gonna go downhill from here.
Mm-hmm. Well, I have a hand crossbow to hide, so.
Okay, what'd you roll, Mike?
I rolled a 4. He rolled a 3, so I go before Grant.
Okay.
So I think
I'm
the
using
order
this.
Is
But-
Joe, myself,
Okay.
Grant.
Well, like, what was the actual number? Oh, it's right there.
Yeah, and then Mike goes over Grant.
Okay. Okay, Mike got a 22, and Joe is a 24. Alright. Okay, I already rolled for all the NPCs. Just give me a minute to form up the order.
I got tired of my regular D20 screwing me, so I'm using this.
What is it?
Alright.
It's his cipher die.
Jesus Christ, it didn't pump up so
I bought a, for context, Charlie, I bought a D20 specifically for one character in my own game.
Cypher.
Wow.
Cypher's D20.
Yeah.
I only have one set of dice, but I prefer to use the online roller for these kind of games. I don't have any big tables. My dice are falling everywhere.
That's why I use the top of this box on my cell phone game and keep my dice in for rolling. Yeah.
The only advice I gotta say is buy your own dice. Don't.
Buy our gold. Buy our gold.
I also have these.
Oh, Anorak's dice.
I call them I call them the god dice because whenever the gods roll, it doesn't matter. They always win.
Bullshit.
That's true.
I don't know how it's physically possible.
Don't have a chance.
I don't know how it's physically possible. God rolled in that one.
Well, the god kills himself. Huh. That was a short game.
The God rolled in that one. He still beats you.
The god of physics collapses into a singularity.
Oh god. Darth Vader goes to approach us in Star Wars, trips and falls on his lightsaber. The galaxy is saved.
The last Darth Vader is in captivity.
No,
actually, Vader died.
No, to make it bad, the reason why he trips, somehow Stan got in his suit.
He's the chosen one, though, so if he died, he's screwed.
We invoke the god of death, and Tag disappears and goes, boo.
So we just have to carry around pocket sand.
No, it'd be even worse is the Emperor when he's like shocking Luke at the end of Return of the Jedi. He takes a step, trips, falls over the railing.
Shit!
Vader doesn't throw him, doesn't have his moment of revelation. The Emperor literally just trips, falls over the safety railing, and plummets to his death.
And it was filmed completely.
And now, Skywalker, you will. Oh shit!
Just running some things I forgot to run last weekend. Clean up on.
Sorry, this is taking a moment, but there are a lot of participants in this fight.
I don't believe that's true at all. There's no one in this room. Yeah, nice.
We get 2 actions, right, John?
One movement, one action. And an action is anything. An action is anything that constitutes a roll. So if you're rolling for it, that's an action.
Flatfoot means you're not very nimble. That means like you walk like this. You go. That means you're very like you don't walk like a normal person. And flatfoot gives you negatives on like.
No, I have a 17. So.
What?
Okay, I think I got it.
Okay, so
For your consideration, for those who want music.
Don't talk over the speakers, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay.
That's how the vampire station got copyright strike.
Yeah.
All
right, so.
Still put that on, but
Okay, so here.
Yeah, we would.
Here's the room I described to you guys. I can zoom in if you want to see anything specific. Here are all you guys up here. Captain, you're over here. Joe, you're over here. Dave will not be doing anything in this fight, and all the gray ones are the elves.
Wait, what's the one in the middle?
This one?
Yeah.
This is the elf captain. This is the guy.
Okay.
This is the guy you were talking to at the end of the last fight.
Got it.
Where am I?
Yeah, he's the guy who basically called out Jayson.
Where am I?
You're down here.
Okay.
Paint, I think.
I mean, like, I made a whole bunch of icons put on, like, a long time ago.
Oh, this is Photoshop. So.
I mean, I sent it in the paint Photoshop.
Yeah, you sent me those, but those are I'm saving those for the town, so they're not being used right now. But yeah, so just as the fight begins and all of you supposedly go to clash, suddenly from the very back of the room, from the entrance you guys came out of, Grant, what do you want to do?
Well, am I still hidden with
Yeah,
Jonathan?
you and Jonathan are unaware, so that means you get to go first.
Okay, where are we in relation to all these people?
You are up here. Like, do you see where my mouse is?
We saw all this go down though. So is that a
Yeah.
wall in front of us?
No, this isn't a wall. This is a ledge. Like, there are stairs right here. But yeah, this is a ledge. If you walk up to here, you just have to jump down.
How far is a square in distance-wise?
Not much, really. If you want to use a movement, you can basically run from here, like, all the way to here. You can cross half the room.
Okay. But I'm from an elevated position?
You're elevated from these guys up here in the front, not from these guys. Also, the black circles are pillars.
Oh,
Alright.
Also, from what you can see, these guys up here where you are, they all have bows.
So those 4 up there are elevated.
Though, right?
Yeah. The 4 up here are archers. Everyone else is melee.
Is that a staircase leading up there, or is that just...
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, this is a staircase.
Okay.
When you guys came into this room, you came in from this way, went down the stairs, and walked up to the statue to try to figure out how to open it.
Gotcha.
Alright, I'm gonna throw my Alchemist firebomb onto the leader guy there.
That is too far. That is too far. You have to.
I got dexterity for throwing far, John.
Let's see. Would that be?
And if it takes a while to get to the middle there, I could throw that if I throw high enough.
Yeah. You would have to use a movement to actually get out of there to get a better angle to throw it at. Because as it stands, from where you're standing, you'd be throwing it directly into this pillar.
Alright, I'll get on the other side of that other pillar and throw it then.
Okay. Let me just.
Should we just take out the gods on the top of the level?
You're gonna get mobbed.
So suddenly,
Wait,
as you all heard,
I gotta roll?
for movements, no. For throwing, yes.
So should I roll?
Sure. Go ahead.
Yeah, let John give you the entrance.
Alright.
Nat 20.
You rolled a nat 20? Seriously?
Yeah.
I guess.
Okay.
That's
So.
firebomb.
That's gonna be a lot of damage.
Okay.
Oh
So.
boy.
John, I gotta tell you because I wrote it all down off Pathfinder, all the stuff that happens because of that.
All right. So.
Yeah, get the entrance.
You know what? I'm just gonna let you describe the scene. Like, just immediately after this elf has finished basically saying in Elvish, kill them, save the blonde one, and I'm gonna kill the half-breed. You tell me what happens. What do you do? Tell us for the party.
You don't see him. This guy, he's all serious. Go, I'm gonna get the half-breed, and then all of a sudden, an alchemist firebomb hits him in the head, and he just starts screaming because with the alchemist firebomb, what happens is on a nat 20, he's for sure catching fire, but he's gonna take 1d6 of damage plus my intelligence modifier, and it's a splash weapon, so anybody within 5 feet of him is going to take splash damage, which right now is 1 plus my intelligence modifier.
Okay, so roll for damage.
Alright, yeah, let me roll for his damage.
Yeah, roll for his damage. Those who are in the... Actually, no, anyone who wants to, you may roll for perception to see you... Anyone who wants to, you may roll for perception. Jayson, you can roll for your...
Alright, so that's...
You can roll for your profession to see just who hit this sudden elf captain who threatened you.
Alright, so...
What modifier... Do you add a modifier to the perception check?
It should be on your sheet.
Yeah, it should be on your sheet. Like, it should say what the modifier for perception is.
Let's see, wisdom it looks like.
Oh, okay, yeah, I got it.
It should be on your.
I got...
Like I have a +5 to my.
I got it, yeah.
Hold on, the thing for us for some reason.
Okay, you got a 16. Anyone else want?
Okay.
Okay.
I got -5 and -5.
Oh.
Okay. This.
Give me a sec. I'm rolling.
Okay.
Alright, John.
While you're doing that, let's. No, these are the city notes. Okay. Where are all their... Okay, here's his HP. How much damage did you do, Grant?
Alright, to him, I did 10 damage, and he's on fire. The guys to the left and right of him, if they're within 5 feet, they take 6 damage, because... Or, no, wait, 5 damage, sorry. Because that's 1 plus my intelligence. And also, I'm the guy, or whoever's within 5 feet of him, they have to roll, what is it,
Save.
No, they have to roll 15 or more to fortitude or something in order to not catch fire.
Okay, well, as it stands, that only affects NPCs 1 and 2. I'm gonna roll a save for them.
Wait, I gotta see which skill it is, so they don't catch for catching fire. It's a reflex save.
Yeah, it'd be reflex. And fortunately for you, Grant, they both rolled the same thing. So NPCs 1 and 2 are now also on fire.
And as is the guy in the middle. Okay, so on their next turn, you know, so they're gonna all three of them are gonna take another 1d6 fire damage, and it'll be an active effect unless they put it out. But if they once they try to put it out, they'll be in an open for an opportunity attack.
Okay, that's fair.
So you guys can take care. They'd be open for you guys.
All right, so this was a pretty easy check. All of you look directly behind the elf captain to where you came from to see Grant. What do you look like?
All right. You see a dude in like raggedy kind of leather-looking clothes, and he's got a plague mask on, and he's also got like a full-brim hat.
So
He's not very tall. He's about 5 foot. What is he? 5 foot.
So he's concealing his identity.
Yeah, he's about 5'8". But you just see this dude like a crow-looking dude, like.
So his black clothes make him look like a crow. All right.
All right. So those three are on fire now.
Yeah, the captain, NPCs 1 and 2 are now on fire.
Wait, Crow guy is behind. Crow guy is up there.
Yeah, he's up here.
Okay.
He ran out here to the middle and threw an alchemist fire at the leader.
Yeah.
The guy who was threatening you all. And
I wonder if I should say something or not.
That's up.
My
That's
character's
up
not
to you.
charismatic, so he's like, nah. He's just gonna stand there silently, like.
As you all are staring at this sudden plague doctor-looking guy, for those of you who rolled well enough, out of the corner of your eye, from your entrance, you all see another knight in black armor, in identical-looking armor to Reginald, Cullen, and Cassandra. He rushes out from the entrance as well, and he is going with his giant cleaving greatsword attack NPC 7.
Is that Jotaro?
No, that's Jonathan Joseph.
That's Jonathan. I should also add that this guy who ran out is a freaking giant. He's reaching close to 7 feet.
Yeah, this guy I met in my travels.
Yeah, and he's going to try to cleave this. Oh my!
Yeah, he decapitated 2 guys at once in our succession.
Okay. Let's see. Do I have the damage for his sword? I do. Oh, wrong die.
So yeah, he's like 10 damages on the other 2 guys.
6. Okay, he is targeting NPC 7.
One of my fire bombs down.
Oh. So you see this giant knight of a man run out here, pull out this giant golden gleaming greatsword, and basically he cleaves the sword right through the elf. He doesn't get all the way. You can see his sword actually get stuck in the pelvis, and the elf archer is still alive, but he's gotten him.
Good job, Jonathan.
And with that, it is now Joe's turn. Joe, you are down here.
Okay, 1 second.
You gotta pull up the map again.
Mm-hmm. Oh, right. Yeah, I have to keep turning it off because I have to change the HP of all the bosses and stuff, and I don't want you to actually see what they are. So yeah. Joe, if I would have answered you like that, I would have had to stop this call. So just let me add you to this one. Okay, here we go. But yeah, Joe, you are down here in the corner.
Okay, that case, she's around 11 feet.
I would also like to point out that for all of you players, if you can't decide what you want to do in 2 minutes, your turn is forfeit.
Well, yeah, but
Okay, in that case, I'm going
our turn yet.
But yeah, you didn't have your turn yet, so you're fine. Jayson was saying he didn't have his turn yet.
Okay, I was going to say, I'm going to run to that second lower pillar on the right. Where NPC number. NPC
This one, right? This one right here.
Yeah.
Okay.
And sneak over to. Yeah, next pillar up and then attacks NPC number 8.
8. What width?
Other side of the pillow.
Oh, right here?
So I'm on the right side.
This is the right side. But, yeah.
I'll be right back, John. I gotta use the restroom.
Okay, your turn's not for a while.
Yeah.
I mean, like, not so like I'm seen by 2 and 4. I mean, on the right side of the screen.
Did you hear that, John?
So, I was talking. What were you saying?
Okay. With the pill in the middle. Okay, with the pill in the middle, put me at 2 o'clock.
At 2 o'clock? So, like, right here.
It's 12 minutes from now. In my time.
Okay, so you're right here. Do you want to attack this guy?
Yeah, he doesn't see me, right?
Did you roll for stealth?
No.
Then roll for it. Actually, I would also like to point out that this guy tried to make a stealth check at the beginning of the fight and he tripped, so he's technically face down.
Wouldn't he get a negative? Wouldn't the NPC get like a negative because I just set his boss and 2 of his teammates on fire out of nowhere?
No, he's getting the negative because he fell face first onto the floor. So he did. So Joe, if you're going for this guy, he technically did not see you move.
Okay.
I fell on the floor. My boss got on fire.
I rolled a 16. Yeah, I rolled a 16 anyway, so.
16 for stealth.
Yeah.
Okay, that's gonna end your turn because you made a roll.
Yeah, you get to move.
Star Wars rules.
I can't see you. That's a good thing. So you're in position to sneak attack him.
Okay.
Yeah. None of them can see you.
Okay.
Okay, so. Okay. I should memorize the initiative order. Okay, so that leads us to Mike.
Okay.
Let me show the screen again. Mike, you are down here. What do you want to do?
Okay, well, I'm going to want to get in cover.
These are all pillars, remember?
I'm going to probably want to get in cover on the pillar, the second one from the top.
This one?
No, the other one. Just below.
Oh, this one? Yeah.
I want to get in cover. Now, how many actions do we get after a move?
One movement, one action. One movement, one action.
Okay, and rolling into stealth would be an action.
Yeah, which Joe just did.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to roll into stealth as well.
Okay, roll into stealth.
Okay, so that is... What's my stealth? Oh yeah, my stealth is ridiculously high.
You are in stealth. Joe, Mike, and Joe. None of the NPCs see you.
Good.
They just saw their boss on fire. You guys scattered.
Good, I need to be in stealth.
Okay.
I'm not like the
Okay, it is actually now Zach's turn, but Zach is not here. So that means it's the elf's turn who Jonathan just cleaved in twain. It's like,
We're somehow still alive, despite being almost cut in half.
almost.
Hey John, isn't it my turn because that was just an opportunity attack because of
No.
Opportunity?
No. Unaware enemies just go first in the initiative order.
Oh, but in the next round we go to initiative.
Yeah. No, the next round is going to restart with you. You technically rolled initiative nat 20 by being unaware.
Because I've been unaware in the beginning.
Okay, so does the elf with the bow actually have any other weapons?
He's got a sword in his pelvis.
He's still alive.
He's been cut in half and he's somehow alive. He's made of clay or something.
Welcome to magic.
He has 2 HP. Though, okay, he has no weapons, so what he's going to do is he's going to take his longbow and he's going to try to whack Jonathan over the head with it. And he succeeds at this, but does no damage. This was his elf's entire turn. Okay, Zach. To catch you up, it was your turn, but you were here, so I made the NPC after you go. And it was the elf who got cleaved in half, but was still alive. So basically, he just took his bow and went like this. Really, elf? Really?
Sorry about that.
So yeah, now Zach, it is your turn. Let me.
Oh.
Zach, you are where are you? Where are you on? Oh, here we go. You are right here in the center.
Yeah.
Since you were talking to this guy, the elf commander you're talking to is now on fire, as are his two mates.
Well, it'd probably be smart for me to get in cover.
So you're gonna run as well?
Yeah, I'm gonna use my movement to get the cover.
Okay, which cover?
Right pillar, second one down.
This one?
Down one more.
This one?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so you ran all the way over here. Are you gonna roll for stealth as well, or are you gonna roll for something else?
I don't know. I mean, well, all the archers are up there, so there's, I don't know, I'm in cover, so.
Yeah. Yep. You're fine from archers.
Yeah. And I think Grant's drawn most of the aggro.
He has.
Yeah.
But there's
Combat hasn't showed it yet.
Well, I'm gonna take a cue from the Khajiit, and I'm gonna pull my crossbow.
You taking? Okay, you have out your crossbow, and I'm not going to charge you an action for switching weapons because you're just pulling this one out for the first time. What are you going to do with it?
I'm gonna shoot the elf commander that's on fire.
Okay, roll to hit.
Alright. Come on, Lita needs a brand new pair of loafers. What, do I add anything to hit?
That's your dex, because crossbow's a dex weapon.
I roll a nat 20.
Okay, you certainly beat his DC. Roll for damage.
Alright. Damage is... I rolled a 2 for damage.
Okay. As you run and hide behind the pillar, and you take a shot at the on fire elf captain, you see your bolt go right into his shoulder. You clearly see it impact. However, it doesn't seem like he cares about the bolt because he is on fire. Okay.
So that's 12 damage for him so far.
Yeah. Okay, so that leads us back to Cullen, who is this guy down here. And Cullen is going to stand very still and defend his emperor, just like a good soldier is wont to do. And that's it. And that is his turn. That leads us to Elf 4, which is up. Elf 4 is one of the elves who didn't get hit.
Okay. Whenever it goes to each of the elves, they have to take they'll take the fire.
I have it marked.
Okay.
I have it marked. It's like,
but then if they try to put it out, if they succeed, they're still prone. But if they fail, they're still on fire and they lose their turn.
Mm-hmm. All right. So elf NPC 4 is a melee build, and he can't see any of you. So being the dumb elf that he is, he's going to run right for the Emperor. But unfortunately, Jayson, you are in his way. So he's going to try to cleave you down first, and he misses.
Yeah, sure he did.
So that is his turn. And Ken, I believe you are next. Let me check the initiative order. Yeah, Ken is next. Let me pull this back up. Okay, Ken, you're up here in front. What are you gonna do?
I'm going to run left and behind one of the pillars.
Do you have any?
Behind a pillar.
Oh, here's Burchill. Run to the left, you say? Which pillar?
I guess the same one the cat was behind.
Okay, so you're
behind that pillar.
well, you're in the same party. He saw you run there. I mean, you're stealth, but he isn't. But okay, so Ken, you're behind.
Doesn't matter if I roll stealth, because he will be noticed.
Okay, I'm going to use quick draw to take out my crossbow, and I'm going to shoot. I can't see the numbers. One of the NPCs, one of the people on the left.
Okay, this is NPC 3 and NPC 1. NPC 1 is currently on fire.
I said on the left, the bows.
Oh, on the left. That's 9 and 5. Actually,
I guess I'll shoot 9.
Aion? Okay, roll for damage.
Roll for damage, don't have to.
Yeah, roll for hit. I misspoke.
7.
You miss. However, in missing, you actually notice this. You don't have to roll perception because it's kind of hard not to notice. NPC 9, he's up there with all the archers. He's not carrying a bow. He's carrying a sorcerer's staff, and it looks like he has a spell going. You can't see what it is though when you're not a mage, so I doubt you'd be able to figure it out. But yeah, like from that shot you took, you can clearly see this guy. This is a mage, not an archer. And which leads us to Reginald's turn, and Reginald is going to defend his emperor. So he's not going to be doing anything.
Yeah, why can't you be like Jonathan and actually do something?
Well, because he has an emperor to defend, and that leads us to Charlie. Your turn. You are down here by the statue.
Okay. Which one did you say was a mage?
The one up here. You'd have to use a full turn to get to him.
Okay. Is NPC is that 3? Who's to the right? That guy?
I can zoom in if you want me to.
Okay. Is he within 10 feet of any pillar? Or is that... I don't know how... My weapon has a range of 10 feet. I just wanna...
The pillars are all 1 and 10 feet.
If I wanted to duck behind a pillar and attack him with a 10-foot weapon, would that be too far?
Yeah, that would be too far. That would not work.
Okay. Alright, I think I'm just gonna go at him then. I'll use my...
Which one?
Wait, is he on fire?
Okay. NPC 4 here is currently attacking Rowan. 2 is on fire, the one in the middle's on fire, 1's on fire, and 3's fine.
I think I'm gonna go ahead and try to finish off one of the ones that's currently burning to death. So,
that would be this guy and this guy.
Let them burn, Charlie. Let them burn to death.
I mean, but can't they put themselves out of fire?
Yeah, if they want,
they'd have to roll a save.
If they succeed or not, they'll become prone, and then that gives you guys 1 free hit. It means you'll be able, one of you guys will be able to attack twice.
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
Attack the
Wait.
healthy guy.
Okay, attack the healthy guy. That's the advice you're giving.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll attack the healthy guy if that is.
Do you want
to attacking melee a guy on fire?
When I'm fighting,
risks that you can catch fire yourself.
Yeah. This guy right here that I just put you on is currently attacking your party member. So do you want to help? Do you want to attack him, or do you want to attack this guy over here?
I'd say go for the other guy who's not engaged with me.
Yeah, I'll go with is that? I can't read these numbers. Is that a 3?
Yeah, that's. Like I said, I'll zoom in if you want me to.
Alright, yeah.
Plus you won't catch the risk of catching a fire yourself.
Alright, so you ran up. You used your movement to run up to this guy, and do you want to roll it? Oh yeah, you're a monk. You can roll it twice.
Right. So I do the d20.
Yeah.
I got a 19. Oh wait,
Okay.
do I do a modifier for that?
Really?
It wouldn't matter. You still hit. So roll
Alright.
again. Roll again for your second hit.
Roll to.
Roll a hit again. Because yeah, you're a monk.
Right, because I can do twice.
Yeah.
4 the second time. I think I'm only
Okay. Your first one rings clear, but it does not. Roll for damage.
Okay, that's 2d6, I think. 1d6. Yeah, okay. 1.
Just 1?
Just 1. That didn't do very good.
Don't you add your modifier into your attack?
Is there a dex modifier?
Not actual damage, no.
Not actual damage.
Oh yeah, that's another thing I have.
Yeah.
Well, at least I hit him.
Yeah, you hit him, and you ran up and hit him with your weapon, but you just knock him back slightly.
I just hit him with my fist.
Yeah, you did, and he's engaged with you now.
All right.
So that means it is Elf 1's turn, and I have to roll 1d6 to see how on fire he is. Okay.
Oh, no, John, it automatically takes 1d6, so...
Well, yeah, that's what I rolled. I rolled a d6 for damage.
Oh, I thought I rolled it.
Oh, well, I'm rolling it because, well, it's fire. You have no control over fire.
Oh, okay, I guess I misread it. I thought I did it because I'm the one that caught him on fire. Never mind, go ahead.
Okay, so that's his health, and he is going to use his action to roll a save to try to put out the fire. What is he? And
15 or higher.
in trying to put out the fire, he has inevitably made himself even more on fire because he rolled a nat 1. So Elf 2 has fallen to his knees and is now more on fire than he was before. This ends his turn.
He failed the roll, John? That means someone can get an opportunity attack on him. That means whoever attacks him can attack twice.
Oh boy.
Well, but he's on his knees burning and even more on fire now than he was before.
That's good.
Because he rolled a nat 1. This means it is now NPC 1's turn, and he is also going to use his action to try to make a save. He does not make the save, but he is not more on fire than he was before, and that ends his turn.
Did you take his damage into account?
Oh, no, I didn't. Okay. Let's see. NPC 1. Oh. Unfortunately, NPC 1 is, dead.
Yeah!
Because I random rolled the health for all of these NPCs, and NPC 1 only had 2 health. Grant, your fire did 2 damage.
Nice.
So yeah, you did the exact amount of damage necessary to take down NPC 1.
Damn, I guess his boss was strong then, because he's already taken what, like 10. He's already taken 10 plus.
Yeah.
10 plus Zach, so he's already taken 12 damage.
Yeah. So this leads us to NPC 8, who is right by the pillar, Joe, where you are hiding. He's going to use his movement to get up. He does not see you because you're stealthed. And Joe see this because you're actually right where he is. He gets up, looks around, and then he starts to take a mad dash for the Emperor, going right this way.
Kill the Emperor. End the suffering.
Yep.
Map.
I'll put it back on because it's actually Jason's turn next. Share screens.
Okay.
So yeah, Joe, the guy who was right here with you is now down here.
Damn it.
Don't worry,
Okay.
you can get to him.
Okay.
So Jason, it is your turn. You're currently engaged with an NPC who is not on fire.
Obviously, I'm gonna draw my sword and cut him in half.
Roll to hit. You don't have to use any kind of movement.
Alright, so whenever you think of my costume, think of Eileen, bro.
A 4, natural 1.
have to kill you and take your costume.
Okay.
It's my costume.
You roll a nat 1.
Yes, I did.
Besides the-
Okay, that means he gets a counterattack, and he fails.
Yeah, my character's 6'1".
So he tried to counterattack you and then failed.
It's like,
This ends your turn unless you want to move.
No, I'm staying.
Okay. So, next up we have Elf 6 up here. Who's going to,
where's here?
6 is one of the archers, so he's up there with you and Jonathan.
Okay.
However, he is surprised by the fact that this strange bird man tried to lit his commander on fire. He is going to try to take a shot at you, Grant.
How does it work in against AC and stuff in this game?
They have to beat your AC.
Oh, okay.
What's your AC?
21.
You did not beat that AC.
How did you get 21?
So,
Because you add up, I did the
I know-
Pathfinder
I know how the-
stats and everything with my dex and my armor, which was that, and it says total of 21.
that's not That's actually not unreasonable, but with all of their modifiers, they could theoretically beat 21.
I just wanted to know how he got that. I know he got that.
Armor when I made my character.
So you don't have any money?
No.
But Grant, Yeah, but Grant, after what you just did, you just duck your head to the right as an arrow just whizzes by you. As one of the archers you ran past tries to take a shot at you, and he fails. So, that just leads us to Cassandra and then the Emperor. Cassandra's going to hunker down and defend her Emperor, and the Emperor is going to defend himself. What do you expect? They're just knights and the Emperor.
I expected some goddamn.
Okay, so that just leads to NPC 3, with Charlie, which is the one who is attacking you.
Oh no.
NPC 3 has a spear.
A spear.
Why does she have 12 spears?
Okay, and he's going to... Oh, he misses badly. He misses
Okay.
so... No, you don't get a counterattack. You rolled a 2.
Alright.
But yeah, he swings his spear very clumsily, and you, being the Liu Kang monk that you are, just nimbly dodge underneath it. Which leads us back to the start of the initiative order. Grant, it's your turn.
Alright. Where am I? Pull up the screen, please.
Right.
Wait, so how does initiative go?
Well, I think this was, I guess I wasn't supposed to roll whenever you...
Yeah,
initiative.
Grant and Jonathan were unaware, so they automatically got to go first.
I guess I
You
didn't
got the same thing, Mike, when you were in combat last time. None of the elves were aware of you, so you got to attack first.
For the future, if you're unaware, you always go first in initiative?
Yes.
Every
Yes.
initiative order?
Yeah, every initiative. If you're
I
unaware,
think
you're
it's
all.
the same initiative.
Well, might want to take some space.
This is basically the game's interpretation of how sneak attacks work. If they're not aware of you, you get to go first.
Which
But
one?
yeah,
Sorry.
but you go first. Like Grant, I'm saying you go. Like, tell me what you want to do.
So, NPC 9, how close are the ones on the left side of me?
These guys,
Yeah.
they're not that far. It won't take any effort at all to get to them.
Are they within 5 feet of each other?
Yes, but there's a pillar in between them, so that fire thing isn't gonna work.
Okay, yeah, I don't want to waste my fire. You know what? I'm gonna get close. If I can't see those guys, maybe I should go back towards the guy that is it MP6 that took a shot at me.
Yeah, 6 right here.
Okay, I'm gonna go attack that motherfucker because he just tried to shoot me, and I'll be closer to my ally, Jonathan.
Okay, so you run up here to this guy
And I'm gonna
and
attack him with my chain spike.
roll to hit.
Let's see. Attack modifiers is dexterity. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
15.
15. You hit. Roll for damage.
It's 2d4.
Dex is +4.
I'm gonna run to the bathroom.
4, right?
No, it's plus
Your turn's on for a while. Go ahead.
Wait. How does it?
You have no modifiers for damage.
Okay, that's 4 and 3, so that's 7 damage.
7 damage. What weapon is this?
It's my chain spike.
Okay. What's its damage?
2d4.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Not really, my alchemist fires tend to have the potential to do more because they add my intelligence, but this is just straight. This doesn't add any modifiers. This is just
Okay.
straight up damage.
For those of you who can see, this plague doctor-looking motherfucker, he runs up and attacks the elf who shot at him with a very unusual-looking weapon. It looks like a bunch of spikes on a chain, and he basically cleaves right through Elf 6 as he goes down to his knees. Grant, what exactly did you do to this guy? You flat out crippled him.
And he goes, well, okay. Yeah, why? Is it a killing blow?
No, it's not a killing blow, but you're close.
Okay, here's what I did. I wrapped the chain around his face, kind of like, and it went around and then stuck it, and I yanked so that the chain, the blades go deep into his face, like.
It's like, for those of you who can see Joe and Lita, since you're in that direction, this is kind of weird. This guy brought down this elf with a chain spike.
It's not
But
a
yes.
uncommon thing. It was like it was cheaper than my armor by a hell of a lot.
It's like, okay, so So with that, it is now Jonathan's turn. Jonathan is going to use his action to finish the job, and he does. He doesn't even need to move. He just pushes his sword the rest of the way through the elf, and the elf falls neatly in half. NPC 7 is down. Okay. It's like... Grant. Your ally, Jonathan, as he finishes cleaving through one of the elf archers, suddenly he notices is a sound coming back from the entryway, and then he turns to look at you and he shouts, there are more coming! I'll hold them off! Protect the Emperor!
He goes, alright, don't get yourself killed, kid.
And as Jonathan runs back into the entryway where you came out of. But yeah, he has left you for this encounter. For now.
But I'm behind
For
the
now.
door yanking on the elf's face, right?
Yes.
Good.
He's not down. He's not dead yet. Okay, Joe, it's your turn. You're still hiding behind this pillar.
Okay. So NPC number is that?
The good thing about the chains, though, it has
So what's
I
happening?
can zoom in if you want me to.
Okay. What's going on to NPC number 6?
No.
6? 6? The plague doctor looking motherfucker just wraps him with basically a chain with a bunch of spikes on it, and then yanks him backwards, so he's fallen.
So he's down.
Yeah, he's down for the count. Like all the plague doctor guy needs to do is just get in one more good stab, and he's down.
Okay. So, okay, still need a slingshot, so I can't do anything. Actually, wait. I'm gonna look at perception after. How loose is the gravel on the floor?
Dig into the ground.
He's gonna roll for rock, aren't you?
There are some rocks here and there. Why?
Okay.
Roll perception to find a rock if you're gonna do what I think you're gonna do.
Yep.
Let the legend come true.
You find a decent-sized rock. What are you gonna do with the rock?
Okay. Wait. NPC number.
Weird.
6. 6 is the one Grant's holding down.
Okay. What about NPC 4?
NPC 4 is attacking your friend, Rowan.
I got it.
Okay. What about NPC number 8? I think that's an 8.
Oh, 8? Yeah, he just made a mad dash for the Emperor. You can hit him with your rock if you want.
Okay. I'm going to move it down the pillar and then throw.
So you're coming right down here?
Other side of the pillar.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're coming down here, and you throw the rock. Roll to hit.
All right.
Do it, Joe. Let your legend come true once more.
This way I get that one.
And a rock is improvised damage, so it's going to be 1d4.
Okay. Wait, I don't have a D4.
I got a D4. You get it? Here you go.
Okay,
Roll to hit. Roll to hit with the rock
Did
first.
you hit first?
19?
Yeah.
Plus
You
four.
hit.
Plus your dex bonus, I think.
Plus 4, so.
Yeah, so we got 23. You definitely hit.
Yeah.
Roll for damage for rock.
Okay, so then 4?
Well, it's whatever the top one. It's at the top.
Wait.
of the triangle.
You rolled a what?
No,
What did you
roll
roll?
D4.
No.
Okay.
What did you roll to hit?
19.
19.
Plus dex
What are you
bonus.
attacking with?
A rock.
Ow.
So
I
yeah,
thought you were attacking with a crossbow, because I'd be like, no,
I
you
have a
crit fair.
crossbow.
Okay, it's
Get a crossbow.
It's
Everyone
the,
has a
it's the one at the
crossbow.
top of the triangle. That's
Okay,
the
in
number.
that case,
You get a crossbow. You get a crossbow.
because I did roll.
Hey,
He rolled a 4.
Okay.
Good job, Joe.
Let me go to the health of.
It's not the back of the head or the back of the head or something.
Joe. Hold on. God damn it, Skype, stop being a. God damn it, Skype, stop being a bitch.
John, I will never.
Why does Skype sound like Skeletor?
Everything is Skeletor, you fool.
Yes.
Okay, Jason's internet crapped out, so he'll be back momentarily. Joe?
No.
Joe,
It's
Scorpions.
Really?
You see, as NPC 8 is making a mad dash for the Emperor, he's running right into Sir Jonathan. You can see he's got a knife raised. Like, you can pretty much tell that if this guy had a plan, he has abandoned it. However, you threw this rock so hard and with so much force, you pretty much, the rock just cracked him in the back of the head and he's dead. He only had 4 HP.
You killed him with a rock, Joe. Joe, fist bump us. You killed this man by throwing a rock into the back of his
You
head.
seem to have a proficiency for rocks.
I think this is probably the most successful roll for rock roll.
Yeah.
Well, unless you're throwing a rock at a car and it explodes.
Joe, you have once again done the prompt. We are the gods of rock.
That's reactions.
Okay. Okay, so with Joe out of the way,
Oh no.
Mike, it is your turn.
Okay, can I see the map?
Yes. You are back here with the pirate dude.
Okay, I'm stealth, so I could get my sneak attack bonus on that. Did NPC? What's the NPC? Is that 5?
Five is up here. He has a bow, and because of what Burchill tried to do, you can see this guy is a mage, and he's doing something.
What font did you choose?
I don't know.
Little tiny thin font.
Also, what about the leader? Is he ever gonna catch his second fire damage from the bomb?
No, he just stands there and burns.
I think that bomb might be Papyrus.
Oh my god, the captain's not in the initiative order. I made a mistake.
Well, he takes since this was another round. He's already taken a D6 when it comes to his turn.
Oh, that's why he wasn't in the initiative order. Because he rolled a nat 1, so he's at the very end. I forgot to put him in.
Well, he got let's just say he's still on fire and he takes another D6.
This guy just sums up an utter failure.
Okay, and
Well, at least he wasn't blown up in the first round like Sledgehammer.
yeah, and I'm just gonna say he used his actions to put out the fire, which he failed to do. So
And he's taken how much more damage did he take?
6.
He's taken 18 damage. Holy shit, this guy.
But yeah, that was his turn. Like,
Oh, wait, he failed, so someone can get a free attack on him.
but it's not that time yet.
Okay.
But yeah, Mike, here you are here.
Okay, so I could either hit 3 or the main guy.
Yeah. You could
What kind of clothes are you
you
wearing?
could go here as well.
Studded leather.
Okay, you should be fine. Like if you're wearing cloth, it'd be a lot harder. I mean, you'd have risk. You'd risk it more.
Well, I'm gonna shoot him with him.
Okay, yeah, you're fine then. Shooting's fine. But he's on fire and burning.
I could just shoot him again and kill the main guy.
Yeah.
Because it looks like Jason's already fighting 3, and the other people are distracted.
Yeah, you're right. Don't risk any of your allies.
Yeah, I'm gonna roll to hit the main guy.
Okay, roll a hit.
Okay, that was a 19 plus.
You hit.
Plus what? 4. So that's a 23, and with a hand crossbow, I crit, I guess, because I rolled a 19.
Nice.
So it doubles the damage. Plus, this is a sneak attack, so I'm gonna need a D8 and a D6.
Shit, I think a D8 and a D6.
Yeah.
Oh, you got a D. I got a D6 here.
8.
Oh. I got the 8. Hold on.
Okay. So I need to roll twice with the D8 because I crit.
Mm-hmm.
Black one.
This one.
Black one.
Okay. So.
Oh wait, I got another D8 for you.
Oh, you do? Then I'll just roll 2.
Okay.
Okay, so that was 6 for the hand crossbow plus. So I rolled 9 damage on him
Nice.
with the sneak attack bonus. So
Oh yeah, you're a rogue.
yeah, and I used my movement phase to reload my hand crossbow.
This guy cannot catch a break.
Not the best statement, but not bad.
Can you guys still hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you.
I can hear you.
It's just I'm trying to see what's going on with Jayson.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Mike just did 9 damage and then he used his action to reload.
I love how
That shows.
I love how a lot of rogue weapons are.
Okay, there you are, Jayson.
Why do you think?
Okay, Jayson, you got back just in time. The elf captain who is on fire, who is calling you out for being a filthy half-breed, he has taken more fire damage, and you can actually see him despite being engaged. He is standing there on the ground, seething and in pain, and then just suddenly, from across the room,
Yeah!
Mike, you have put him out of his misery.
I call the corpse.
You can have him. He's burning, so.
My kill, my loot.
What are you gonna do with it? Are you gonna use his charred corpse as like a scarecrow or something?
Well, we just put that up in front of the bar. There we go.
No, it's a flag. You just carry it in the back.
The charred man. There we go. We have the name for the bar.
Oh God! Oh no, that's the flayed man. I thought you were gonna say, are we the what are those? The guys from
The
net
Boltons. The Boltons.
Yeah.
Well, let's see.
So yeah, Mike, that was your turn. Unless you want to move. Do you want to move?
I used my movement phase to reload my hand crossbow for next round.
Go ahead.
So I'm still behind the pillar. Plus Ken's next to me, so I'm pretty safe.
Zach, it's your turn. Let me pull the map back up.
Hey, John, is there a way, cause isn't NPC, what is it, the one that was to the right of the captain, didn't he die?
Yeah, he died. He died by...
on the board then.
No, he was right here.
To the right. I killed two of them, I killed that guy, remember?
Oh, he's not dead yet. He's still on fire, but he still has health.
No, you said, no, the one guy that was on fire, was that the guy on the left?
Yeah, it was the guy on the left.
Oh, I thought it was the guy on the right.
Yeah, no, the guy on the left is dead. The guy on the right is still okay. But yeah, Zach, it's your turn.
Alright, well, I think I need to reload my crossbow, so...
Go ahead.
That count as movement or an action?
It's not. You're not rolling for it, so go ahead.
Alright, I reload. And... let's see. Other dude is on fire.
Okay. You're going to shoot NPC too? Roll a hit.
Yep. 13.
You hit. These are regular NPCs. They're not hard to hit. So roll for damage.
4.
4.
And then I ran into a corner.
NPCs.
Beetle.
Okay. In shooting him, he's on fire. But you hit him in his kneecap, and he just falls.
Who hit him?
Zach shot the last guy on fire in the kneecap.
So yeah, Zach, he's down, but not quite out just yet.
I kind of imagine she basically shoots the commander. Fuck you! Ah! Fuck you!
Okay, that leads us to Elf 7, who is dead, so... Okay, that leads us to Cullen, who is going to hunker down next to his Emperor. And that leads us to NPC 4, who is fighting Jayson. What weapon
This
is...
group was really supposed to be intimidating, but honestly, they
Well, how did
scary.
they figure out a guy Eileen the Crow looking dude coming out and throwing a bomb at him?
How
Like,
would they not all just lie?
This is Pathfinder. You guys have no health. Okay.
No, but now,
But yeah.
how would they not all lie?
But yeah,
Because I'm at the top of the stairs.
but yeah, Jayson, this guy has a mace, which he is going to swing at you.
E18, sucker.
And he just rolled a nat 1, which means you get a counterattack.
Well, there you go.
So yeah, roll a hit.
Yeah, I have no money.
5.
You still miss.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so that's 4. Ken, it's your turn. Let me pull the map back up. Yeah, you're here with the Kaji, and you can see the mage, and you can see one more archer.
Okay, question. Is the mage like within 30 feet of me?
Oh yeah, easily.
Okay. I'm going to reload, which since I have rapid reload, that makes it a free action.
Gotcha.
And I'm going to try to shoot him again.
Roll to hit.
Let's see. 12.
12, you hit.
Okay.
The DC for these random NPCs is 10, just so you know.
9.
9!
Oh, that's damage, okay.
9, 9, 9, 9, 9.
That's pretty much the best damage I can do.
Okay, I have to think of an epic way to describe this. Your crossbow bolt does not just hit this elf wizard. You see your crossbow bolt go into his eye, through his skull, and you can actually see the tip of it come out the other side. Do you want to know how much HP this elf wizard had?
How much? 1?
Yes. 1!
Yeah, no business on the front lines.
He was up in the upstairs.
No, front lines.
Does he fall off the edge?
Sure. For comedic effect, he falls off the edge. Okay, that elf is down. Elf 5's not in the initiative order, is he? Either. What's... Okay. Okay.
I still have a movement action, but I don't really know what to do with it, so I'll just stay where I am.
Okay, you stay completely still, and it is Reginald's turn, and he's going to hunker down, and actually, Joe, you see Sir Reginald, the guy you've been traveling with for 2 days. He looks directly at you as you pretty much just saved him. You saved him the trouble of killing this mad knife-wielding man.
So Reginald, if you would.
And let's see, Reginald. And Charlie, it is your turn.
Okay. I'm still engaged with the same guy.
Yeah, you are still engaged.
Alright, I'm gonna try to attack him again.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I rolled another 19. Interesting.
You hit? Yeah, you hit.
Do I roll twice?
Yeah, roll twice. Yeah, roll twice to see if your second action hit.
Why does this keep happening?
Okay, so
So
your
I
first...
only hit one.
You hit once at least, so...
Yeah, okay. Alright, so I'm gonna roll 1d6. And I got a 2.
Okay, you do 2 more damage to this guy. Even through the metal armor you can tell he's wearing, you can actually tell that you're getting to him.
Nice.
What NPC is this? Okay, this is 3.
Alright.
Sorry I keep closing the map, I just don't want you to actually see the HP of all these guys.
Understood.
I don't know how the HP on the dock on your phone or on a piece of paper, I don't know.
It's easier for me this way. Okay, Elf, let's see. Elf, next is NPC 2's turn. Unfortunately, he is not able to save himself from the fire, and he just burns to death.
That's 2 for me.
A lot of kills.
Well, mostly a lot of assists.
Can you make health potions?
I can,
So-
but I need equipment.
So yeah, Lita has crippled him, Grant has set him on fire, and their combined might has ended his life.
Woo.
So, he's dead, he is
Oh sure, the crow guy crippled someone, it's fine. Stugalite crippled someone.
Well, I mean, so you had to know.
I didn't cripple anybody, I just set him on fire.
You see,
Jayson, it is your...
Nobody expected Sugilite to cripple someone.
Sword to the face!
Everyone expected Ari.
Sword to the face, roll a hit.
It's just my strike modifier, right?
Yes.
That is a 14.
You hit this guy, roll for damage.
Yeah. 2d6 plus 1. 8.
Okay, 8 damage to NPC 4, and Jayson, this guy is pretty nimble with his mace. However, you are nimbler, and as he goes to swing at you, you do a deft block, knock him backwards like this, and then you just swing your sword back around, and you just cleave his neck. His head is down. NPC 4 is down. This leads us to Elf 6. This leads us to Elf 6, who, Grant, you still have, and he's going to very weakly try to...
He's got a chain wrapped around his face, which I'm pulling against
Okay.
into it.
Here's what happens. You're pulling him, and this chain is in his face. His eyes are kind of okay, so he can see you. He tries to aim his bow up at you and take a shot. Unfortunately, he tries. Unfortunately, in drawing back the string, he just lets go. He lets go of the arrow. It falls to the ground and just goes like.
So
Yeah.
next time I'm pulling his head off.
Yeah, you didn't roll a nat 1, so you didn't get to counterattack him. Cassandra and the Emperor are hunkering down. It's NPC 3's turn.
Where's 3 at? I'm losing. Who we all killed?
This is the one engaging Charlie. He is going to take a swing at Iaku, and he hits.
Oh no.
Let's see. Damage for a spear. Charlie, you take 3 damage.
Alright, whereabouts on this sheet do I record that?
Do you know what your full HP is?
That's a great question, and the answer is 9. Okay, so you said I lost 3?
Yeah, you lost 3.
Okay.
You take a good, spear swipe, up the chest, but you're fine. You've had worse.
Alright.
Okay. And that leads us to L5, the only remaining archer, who, seeing his friends get decapitated, tries to take a shot at Rowan. And unfortunately, Rowan, for you, he hits.
What did he roll?
You roll a 15. Wait, what's your DC?
18.
Oh, then he misses. You're fine.
Okay.
He misses, but it came really close.
Yeah.
Okay. And let's see. Dead. And Grant, it's your turn again.
I'm gonna do like I did to that that first elf way back in the other cave. I'm gonna yank it in a way like Ghost Rider type of and take his head off. If it's only wrapped around half, like his mouth and stuff, just take that whole this top of his head off, but leave the tongue all dangling and stuff.
Well, roll for damage. That's still a roll, even if he is dead to rights.
So wait, do I gotta do damage or do I have to roll?
Roll a hit. Yeah, roll a hit. If you roll a hit, this will kill him.
16 plus 19.
Well, you basically cleared the top half of his skull from the bottom, and NPC 6 is down.
Okay, so I still got a movement left, right?
Yeah, you still have a movement.
Okay, since I'm by myself,
Jonathan's run back into the hallway to deal with more incoming else.
I guess I'm just gonna roll perception of the whole scene now that I'm. Or wait, am I behind the pillar?
Not really. You're just standing in between them. You're standing in between them. You have a pretty good view of the room. You see all the dead elves. You see this weird mishmash of people in this room. You see a weird, anime-looking motherfucker. You see this short woman with blonde hair take a shot at the guy, one of the guys you set on fire, and then the guy in the center who was the leader, who got taken out by somebody from behind another pillar. But you just see a pirate-looking guy.
Yar.
Well, I'm gonna take cover behind the thing as I'm taking in the scene.
All right. Okay. So you just stay behind here.
Well, because I'm taking cover from the other archer because I don't know if he can see me or not.
All right. Well, he took a shot down this way, so his eyes aren't on you.
Yeah, but I only got a movement. I wouldn't be able to do anything. Wait, can I sneak up? Oh no, wait. People are gonna fire at him.
All right.
Now that'd be dangerous if you guys are all shooting at him. You might hit me.
All right. So. So Jonathan.
That's why I'm just gonna stay behind my pillar.
Okay, you know what? I'm not going to.
I know what I'm gonna do for my action. I'm gonna see what kind of loot this guy has on him.
That you can't do that in combat. Combat has to end before you can start recording this. Okay, so I'm actually not going to take the map down now because combat's almost over. So next is Joe's turn, and Joe, you're over here. Your monk friend is in combat with a guy with a spear, and there's still one archer left. However, the archer does not see you, and you could use a movement to get to him.
I'm assuming Archer is NPC number 1.
NPC 5, this guy up here.
Okay, yeah, I cannot see that.
Alright. I'll choose better font for these next time.
We could use my
Use Arial.
Alright, fine.
Comic Sans.
I'll use Arial.
You use Comic Sans, I'm gonna drive to San Diego and beat you.
I will not do that.
Use the Pokemon font.
But yeah,
God, no.
Yeah, Joe, it is your turn.
Use
No,
papyrus.
I did make icons for you, John.
I know, but I'm going to use them when we get to the city.
Okay.
But yeah.
In that case, yeah. I guess I would sneak up to like the back of number 5.
Okay, you use your... Oh, I haven't actually selected you yet. You use your sneaking movement to get all the way up here. Grant, you actually see him move because he had to go in front of this way right past you. And you still have an action, Joe. You can stab him. He's not aware of you.
Okay, in that case, don't fuck it up this time.
This would count as a sneak attack, so you get additional damage.
I was going to say,
My-
like a sneak attack. Yeah, 1d6.
Yeah, plus 1d6 damage, I think.
Oh, plus 1d6. Okay.
Mike, how does it work for you?
What's that?
How does a sneak attack work for you? Because you're both the same class.
You have to be sneaking, and it's plus 1d6.
Yeah, okay. He's still in stealth mode, so...
So he gets the 1d6, and you took the sneak attack feat, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, then, yeah.
Okay.
It adds extra damage.
So roll to hit. Roll to sneak attack.
Punch my sword, both hands.
Sword.
Rolled a 11
Plus your dex,
plus my dex. That would be
which is 15, I think.
15.
That'd be plus strength since it's a sword. But it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You rolled an 11. You still hit this guy. Roll damage.
And that is a d6 plus a d4, right?
Whatever the strength of your sword is. Yeah.
So it's a d8.
So a d8 plus a d6.
Okay, in that case I need a d8.
Here you go.
Thanks.
On the road. Plus 18. Because it doesn't make sense for you to have that challenge.
Oh yeah, because I didn't put anything into
Oh.
those 2 ones, and then I put everything else.
10.
Constitution and the other thing. I used the calculator.
You shove your sword right through the back of this.
Yeah, wait, can you see this?
Yeah, I see it.
Okay.
But you shove your sword right through the back of NPC 5 as he is unaware of you and as he is focusing all the attention on what's going on down there. He falls at your feet.
D8, please.
Yeah. And with that, I believe it is Mike's turn.
Okay.
Mike, the only remaining enemy is the one attacking your monk friend. And your monk friend Iyaku has worn him down pretty good so far. So
Well, I'm just gonna roll to shoot him with a crossbow.
roll to hit.
Roll to hit. That is 13, so 17.
17. You hit. Roll for damage.
Okay, so I need the d8.
This is no longer you're no longer a self, by the way, because you used that to hit another guy.
7.
Okay, and Charlie, just as this guy goes to take another swing at you, suddenly, and NPC 3 is down. Congratulations, you guys have survived your first major boss encounter.
Wait, what about John?
John, I'm getting to that. So, do you want to save changes? Yes, I'll save the changes. I don't need Photoshop open anymore. So, and of corpses. All right, and Grant, this is nothing like how do the rest of you react to this situation?
I sling my crossbow.
Yeah, I put away my crossbow
Jayson?
and go, well, that went well.
Mm-hmm. All right, so you're all being pretty stoic about this. That's cool.
I called down the hallway. Sir Jonathan!
I'm emotional.
Sir Jonathan! Are you alright?
As you shout that, you see Sir Jonathan come back out from the hallway, looking no worse for wear. There's some blood on his armor, some scrapes. Looks like a few elves got a few good hits on him, and he just comes out, looks right at you, sees the blood on you from what you've done. He's like, I am all right, my friend. Thank you. And with that, he actually looks back over to the group of knights standing in front of the Emperor. His attention is taken off of you, Grant. And at that, he looks right at Reginald. And then this happens.
What's up, Reginald?
It's like, Reggie? Jonathan? At that, Jonathan breaks away from the Emperor, walks toward... Reginald breaks away from the Emperor, walks toward Jonathan as Jonathan walks over to him. As they just walk up to each other, despite Jonathan towering over him, they still do, "You son of a bitch!"
What's the matter? Does the Emperor have you pushing quills?
It's like, pretty much at that, like, Reginald and Jonathan just class hands like in Predator. Then they hug. He's like, what happened to you? I thought you were dead. I thought you were dead, but I managed to get away. So did I. I got a spy back here just in time too. Thank the Creator. And okay.
Jonathan thought his whole party was dead.
Okay, Mike, you have gotten to looting corpses. Roll for perception to start looting corpses.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna take the stuff off the guy just decapitated too.
Okay.
The head guy, see if I can find anything with him.
Well, is he still on fire? His body.
Okay, Joe, for the NPC you are looting, you find a short bow, and the armor he's wearing is not much better than yours, so the short bow is all you find. Okay.
Was it just
And
or does he actually have arrows on him?
oh yeah, he's got arrows. Well, only a few. He used them in the fight.
13 for mine.
How many arrows do I got then?
Roll a d6.
Who's hurt the worst?
I got 1.
I think I took 3 damage.
Yeah.
I think Charlie got shot.
I guess I point to the mage guy on the floor and go, anyone got used for a magical stick?
Immediately upon saying that, I don't give a damn if Dave's not here. You see the crazy cat lady run out from behind the statue, grab the stick, and then run back behind the statue.
Dave was kind of existing. What is the crazy cat?
And I realized I was forgetting to do the voice.
Alright. That's fine. But yeah.
John, I roll a 13. Oh, sorry,
Wait,
what?
John, what's the stats on the short bow?
Yeah.
I'll get you those later.
Do I get
Make a note of them. I rolled a 13 to loot my guy.
I rolled the
Okay.
18 to loot my guy one.
Okay, so
Uh,
Mike's got an 18, I got a 13 for
Oh,
looting.
bro, dude. My God.
Well, pretty much all these elves seem to have on them was their weapons. Like, the guys at front had, in no particular order, a sword, a longsword, a spear, and a mace.
Okay.
And, however, Mike, since you rolled so well, you actually find... Hold on. I'm actually gonna... No, not that.
Spear.
Wow, Mike, you actually got lucky. You find 90 silver.
Nice. More money.
Do I find any
Who's looting the wizard?
Dave looted the wizard.
Oh. Well, can I go inspect his body to see if he's got anything other on him?
Yeah, Dave only took the staff, so sure, you can... So yeah, sure, you can do that.
Okay, but first, I'm going to address everyone in the room and just go, all right, anybody hurt?
Wait, did I find anything before we do the character stuff?
The guy you strangled had a longbow.
How much is that?
Yaku's gonna say I have a mild wound.
He's like,
It's like, I'd assume it was across his chest, right? His shorts probably torn and torn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You've had way worse wounds in your life.
Yeah, I would assume.
Okay.
Lita, look.
Oh, I used 2 crossbows.
Wait, do we know about infection in this?
17.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
universe? Okay.
Oh yeah, you do.
It's like,
Crossbow bolts are too short.
I should probably find something to clean it with.
That won't be too hard.
Yeah.
But
Lita just kind of casually says, well, I can do healing magic. Not much, but...
Well, I would be very grateful. Thank you.
Zach,
Alright, I guess...
roll to heal. And Jason, did you get hit?
Nope.
Okay, you're fine. In looting corpses. In looting corpses, this is all you have find. This is all you guys find. Any? Wait, do any of you want to loot the elf captain? None of you said anything about it.
Yeah, I want it. That's what I wanted to loot
Yeah,
originally.
that's what Mike is trying to loot, but he wants to. That's what Mike was looting.
That's what I was trying to loot originally.
Okay. I actually have special loot for him. Give me a second.
The captain.
I killed him. It's
John.
Yeah.
John, question. Do I roll to initiate the spell, correct?
Yeah. Just roll to initiate the spell. That's basically like rolling to hit, and then roll for how much you heal.
I roll the wait. Casting a spell that's magic is use magic
Intelligence.
Oh. So that's I rolled a 19.
Charlie, you're perfectly fine.
Sweet.
I gotta roll a heal though.
Yeah. Roll a heal.
That's 1d8 plus 1.
Charlie always took 3 damage.
4.
Yeah, Charlie, you're perfectly fine. Yaku. Okay.
Okay, Yaku like bows slightly and says thank you.
Okay.
The fact since I got one more. Not only is your wound healed, but now your coat's gone. Not that even if you didn't have one.
Mike, the elf captain. Unfortunately, all of his possessions or anything he had important on him was burned away when he was, on fire. However, one thing on him did survive because he was holding these when he started. You find a pair of swords. They're kind of unusually designed. They're not like typical long swords. They have a single edge. I guess the best way to describe them is like a straight katana. Like you have a sword, like you have the hilt. There's actually no hilt, which is weird. But yeah, it comes straight out. It's a pair of single edge blades. You can just sort of tell by looking at them that they're meant to be used together.
Okay.
But these do look pretty unique. You don't know how valuable they are, but you could probably make something up if you don't want to keep them.
Sell those. Unless anyone uses double swords here.
Ken might, but he doesn't get that feat until later.
Dual wielding, I don't think anyone has.
I don't know, Ken. Are you planning on using dual swords?
Not at the moment.
Okay, then no need to worry about that.
Hey, John?
Yeah.
Quick question. With my alchemist knowledge, is there anything about an elf that can be used in potions or anything like ears or something?
Roll knowledge.
You're just gonna have a bag of body parts, aren't you?
I'm an alchemist.
John.
That is not an excuse.
Yeah, I was just gonna get to you, Zach. You wanted to look at the mage?
Yeah.
Who gets to be his roommate?
Okay, so in looking through this mage's stuff, roll the search.
Alright, that's perception.
I
Fell through.
gotta know if they're worth it.
19.
Oh yeah, my friend Ken.
You actually don't find much. You find 30 silver on him, and the crazy cat lady took his staff, so there goes his major magic implementation.
Does he
However,
have a spell book or anything on him?
I was just getting to that. You actually do find a book. From what you can gather, a book of basic spells.
Hello.
Unfortunately, or fortunately, depending on how you view it, it's an Elvish.
I understand Elvish.
So you're fine. Okay, Grant. As far as you understand, using parts of elves in potions and stuff, it would really be no different than using humans, and you're not that psychotic.
Not yet.
Oh, so humans are human, but elves aren't. Okay.
It's not like that,
So they
Jayson.
have no added benefits, so I can get those anywhere.
Yeah, not really.
Alright, if that's the case, I'm gonna go stand next to Jonathan, since I'm like the new kid and I don't know who anybody is.
Okay, pretty much. Jonathan's gathered in the center of the room with his buddy, and at that, let's see, which one of them does this? Oh, at that, you guys see General Cullen walk up, and is just like, if you all are done looting corpses, might I suggest we, get the fuck out of here? I mean, there's probably more coming. They've probably already taken the city.
Yeah, it would be wise to leave as soon as possible.
At that, as he says that, Ken, you don't need to roll perception to notice this. You see Cassandra just glare at you. She doesn't say anything, but she glares.
Is there a problem, miss?
He's like, yeah. He's like, yes, that is a problem. At that, she just turns away from you. And Charlie, you remember this because you found it. There is a mechanism on the statue that can open a door.
Oh, huh. Okay. So I will. Yeah, I'm gonna walk over to the statue and hit the mechanism. Hopefully, no arrow this time.
Well, all the elves are dead. So as you walk over there and hit the mechanism, you see the wall suddenly turn as the crazy cat lady just scurries away from it, and basically the wall that the statue is on just turns like this, and you just see it open, and you guys can actually feel a breeze and a breath of fresh air. There is your way out. Do you guys take the way out?
Yes.
Yeah, we'll
All right.
do introductions later when we're not in the death cave.
Alright. Who doesn't take the way out?
I'm leaving.
Alright.
I assume we're all leaving.
I don't know, this
Yeah.
structure, all the elf parts, maybe we can make a condo.
I am also leaving.
How many
Okay.
questions are you dragging along to?
12.
So, as you all step outside, and you actually, Grant, I want you notice this because you're standing right next to Jonathan. As Cullen says this, Jonathan says, "Yes, General Cullen." You remember from your travels with Jonathan.
Okay.
Jonathan didn't know anything about your situation, but you said his superior General Cullen might.
Well, yeah, we saw the town burning, we didn't know what the hell was going on.
Yeah, but no, your situation specifically. Remember you asked him about that?
Oh.
Yeah, you asked him
now
about
I'm
that. He
definitely
said,
interested.
yeah, he said he didn't know, but he said General Cullen might. Here's General Cullen.
I'll ask about that later then.
All right. So as you all walk outside, you all notice a couple of horses, and someone there to meet you with them. Unfortunately, there are only 5 horses. Guess who those are for?
For me.
The Emperor is a group of horses.
Yeah. So as you all walk outside, the Emperor turns around. The Emperor turns right around. Lita, he actually looks directly at you because you seem to be the party leader at this point, and he just says to you, "It appears that we owe you in part for our lives."
Yeah.
I give credit.
He's like, he's talking to her. He's like,
You saying you in the
in the general sense.
plural.
Y'all.
Yeah.
Have him say y'all.
Y'all motherfuckers need Jesus.
You guys that were going to sell you guys that were going to sell us out till the crazy looking dude came and set everyone on fire.
He's Charles motherfucking Dance. He is way too dignified to say y'all.
Dies on the toilet. Anyway.
So
Brotherhood of Steel, y'all.
Oh, God.
So anyway, you all hear this in case any of you want to chime in. This is like, now, now as per our agreement, a reward for your services was in order. However, given these circumstances, unfortunately, we are not able to pay you in the conventional means.
Oh yeah, the town burned down.
It's like, however,
As he says, Lita's head is slowly doing this.
Mm-hmm. He's like, however, I will lead you with this. You all said that you were on your way to Sanctuary.
Yes.
Was I?
Yeah, you were, because that was the one thing you knew about the guy who, yeah, he's from that city, but you don't know anything about him yet. He's like, however, on your way to Sanctuary, on the river a few miles east of the checkpoint into Syria, there is a...
Syria.
Oh yeah, there's
Yeah,
skirmishes going on
the other
on
country.
borders. It's not just the
Yeah.
elves, they're fighting for
You got-
ISIS. They're fighting another country too.
Yeah, you guys are in Skarngard right now. Syria is where Sanctuary is.
Right.
But yeah, Zaki says to you, it's like a few miles east of the Syrian checkpoints along the river. There is a, well, let's just call it a stash that our army has kept there in case we needed it. As he says this, Cassandra chimes in. Sir, is it wise to tell him about that? I mean, he just holds up a hand and silences Cassandra. It appears, Lady Cassandra, that we are no longer in need of it. Along the river, you will find a tree, and in the roots of one of those trees, you will find an X carved within a circle. The the stash our soldiers use to get into Syria is there. In it, I believe you will find an adequate reward for your services.
Well,
Adequate being.
Adequate being what is owed for you to the service you have done to myself and to the country and to the Empire of Skarengrad.
Okay, am I gonna have? Hold on, I need to flip a coin.
am I gonna be able to get on that? In on that? I'm kind
Lita-
of myself.
Lita kind of cocks her head a little bit and says, "Surely, as the Emperor of such a very large and important nation, you would be able to tell us a little bit more details about your stash."
But
I rolled a nat 20 for charisma.
he's the motherfucking emperor.
Can I apply? What skill is that?
That charisma is. Well, yeah. What skill are you using? Are you intimidating him? Or are you trying to convince him?
I think I'm trying diplomacy.
Okay.
For spellcraft.
So adding my diplomacy skill to that, I rolled a 27.
At that, the emperor just stares at you for a second and says, gold, weapons, and most importantly, you will find passes to get past the Syrian checkpoint. You kind of need that.
I thank you, Emperor.
He's like,
Now, one other minor question.
ask it, but ask it quickly. We do not have much time.
You have horses. How are we supposed to get there?
As an emperor, I am supposed to uphold order within all cities of my empire.
Jason just joking.
It's like, as an emperor, I am supposed to uphold order within all cities of my empire. However, the situation being what it is, I might turn a blind eye if you happen to steal a couple horses from the stable. If he basically points in the direction opposite of where the horses are. If you follow that pathway, you'll find one of the stables leading into town. I doubt the elves attacked. I doubt the Skortile attacked it. They came in from a different direction. If there are any horses in that stable, they're yours.
That is adequate.
It's like, if there is nothing else, I believe this concludes our business.
Oh,
I
gotta talk loud because is Jonathan leaving or
well,
what,
like, you get your chance to talk right now, Grant, but this is just ending his conversation with Lita. He's like, if there is nothing else, I believe our business is concluded, and we should all be making haste as far or away from here as fast as possible. I mean, after all, I do have to organize a counterattack against the Skortile.
Burchill pipes up and says, Emperor, I would like you to know that I was not really trying to sell you out. I was merely trying to provide a distraction. Unfortunately, it did not go as planned.
The Emperor just like shoots you a look. He doesn't smile. He just like shoots you a almost death glare look. Cassandra just still shoots you that same death glare. They don't say anything as they walk over and Cassandra helps the Emperor up onto one of the horses. Grant, now is your moment.
I go, hold up a moment. Sir Jonathan.
Yeah. Yes, my friend.
Are you taking leave with your colleagues in the Emperor?
I have to. Duty states that I must go where I am needed. And right now I am needed with my Emperor.
But before you go, I need to speak to your general just real quick.
I see that there will be no better time. General Cullen. Yes, Jonathan?
We'll always have.
I take off my mask so that I'm not as intimidating.
Mm-hmm. He's like, what is it? This man helped me out on my travels to get to the city. He has an inquiry that he wishes to make of you. I do not possess the information he requires, but I do believe you might. Right.
I go, General, sir. No, wait, long voice. General, sir.
Speak.
Jonathan says you might have knowledge of. What were their robes? It was purple and what?
It wasn't purple. They were wearing like the. It was almost like chainmail, but they were wearing like these brown coats over it.
Okay. There was like something distinguished. There was like a color, I thought.
Yeah, it was like this. It was like this weird like beige and like brown colored armor. It was like a weird mix of chainmail and leather, and some of them wore these weird hats.
Yes, 3 weeks ago, friends of mine were slaughtered by knights. Were people dressed as knights? They wore brown cloaks, strange chainmail, and they had what was that? What was it? Beige? You said?
Yeah, it was like a weird mix of brown and beige. That was what their armor was like.
Covered in brown and beige.
Mm-hmm.
Because they were hired by a man. What was his name? I took notes on the computer. Like it was like some noble guy, right?
It
was like it was somebody rich. It was like somebody rich that was in that small town.
Yeah. Yeah.
Someone with enough money to hire 50 or more men. Men. Do you have any information?
General Cullen's eyes go wide, and he looks at you quizzically, almost as if he's suspicious of you himself. Friends, I do not know who you are. I do not know who you are, and I do not know what you have done. I'm a monster hunter. Monster hunter or not, if you have done something to earn the wrath of the Syrian witch hunters, that is not business I want to be a part of.
Witch hunters? What the fuck? Okay.
Roll for knowledge. Roll for knowledge to see if you know what a witch hunter is.
Oh, let me write. I gotta write that down. That's new to me. What the fuck?
Mm-hmm.
What would witch hunters fall under for knowledge?
Yeah, I'm gonna roll that.
Can local work in any way?
It's not. It would not be local. I mean, it will be once you get to this. Actually, no, it might be local. Try whatever you want.
I've got knowledge arcana. Will that help?
No.
Can I try knowledge all?
Yes, you might.
I'm just doing knowledge all, so that's just intelligence. Is that wisdom or intelligence?
Intelligence. Wait, Jayson, what did you roll?
18.
Are we all rolling for this? Would I know about this?
Just
roll for knowledge in general.
Okay.
If I did the math
Zach?
right.
Okay.
Wow.
Jayson, you know who they are.
Really?
Yeah. I'm gonna get to Jayson first, then I'll get to the rest of you guys. Jayson, you know who they are. They're based in Sanctuary. They actually have a base in Sanctuary. You've seen quite a few of them walking around. But here's what Zach. Here's what you know, Jayson. You know this by extension as well. Witch hunters are basically paladins. They work for the Church of Eternal Fire. Their job is to go out into the world and hunt down and kill, witches, mages, monsters, inhuman things that deserve to die.
Isn't it? Because I make medical potions.
It's like, no. The most important thing about the witch hunters, though, they are not mercenaries. They're not for sale. They are bound to the order of their church.
Oh, that's fucking great.
So the plot thickens. You were killed by witch hunters who are sworn to duty.
Yes. Those assholes.
But yeah, Grant, to continue. Grant, to continue your conversation. This is like, I do not know anything at this moment as to any recent witch hunter activities. However, you are headed for Sanctuary, are you not?
Yes, that's. Yeah. Wasn't there a reason I was heading? Wasn't there I was following the trail of somebody?
The trail of the guy who sold you out.
Wasn't he the merchant? That's right.
Yeah, the merchant who sold you out. He wasn't from the town he said he was, but from what you gathered, he lives in Sanctuary.
Yes, I'm on the trail of the merchant that hired us for the job that got my friends killed.
I do have an informant in the city of Sanctuary who occasionally reports to me of such things. His name is Tom Rainier. He's like, you'll most likely find him in any Palabala or just any place that serves alcohol. If you'll know him when you see him. He's too short to be a regular human, but he's too tall to be a dwarf, and he has quite a thick beard. He is a human. If you see him, ask him if he remembers third night of March, and tell him from me, sorry for the misunderstanding. You'll know the messages from me.
General says misunderstanding.
Yeah, General says, remember the 3rd of March. Sorry for the misunderstanding. I'll type it out.
Remember the 5th of November.
Sorry about what?
There. Remember the 3rd of March. Sorry for the misunderstanding. He's like, he will know that. Say this to him, and he will know that I sent. He will tell you what he knows.
All right, thank you, sir. Keep the Empire safe. And
He's like,
Jonathan, Jonathan, it has been great traveling with you. Be well, my friend.
At that, Jonathan just hold his hand. You too. I wish you luck on whatever. I wish you luck on wherever your trail leads.
Shouldn't he just do a pose at him instead of shake hand?
Wait, Jonathan's pose is this. No, Jonathan's pose is...
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We have another freak joining our little band of freaks.
Wait.
Okay, then I turn around the rest without my mask. I'm just like, little over middle age. He's like in his 40s. He's got longish, stringy gray hair.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, right?
You're game.
Who?
Bloodborne. What's that smell?
Gascoigne. Yeah, he's following. Mm-hmm.
All right. So who was talking? It was Zach's character.
The Emperor was talking to Zach's character.
All right. All right. And he goes,
Before you do this, I just want to add, as you walk over to talk to Lita, the 4 knights and the Emperor all get on their horses and ride away. The man who brought the horses, he runs off to find his own way. You guys are by yourselves.
I go up to her and I say, "Ma'am."
She looks over you. All 5'2" of her. Yes.
Short.
Because I'm only 6 inches taller than her.
Yeah.
Everybody's so short here.
I looked at her and I say, "Ma'am," he goes, "Do you speak for this group?"
I suppose I could if they were willing.
Introduction.
Rowan shrugs.
My name is Lumen, Father Lumen. If I might ask, if it's not too much, if you're heading to Sanctuary, might I come along?
Lita looks back at the party and just kind of gives everyone like a.
Mm-hmm.
Safer to travel in groups.
I don't know if I can speak for everyone here, but she extends her hand.
I reach out for it.
Welcome aboard.
I said for them to call me Father Lumen. Like, does she say her name or no?
Lita Ford.
All right. He goes, "Nice to meet you, Miss Ford."
I don't know.
So-
the instant we walk into Sanctuary, it's just
Stay a while and listen.
stay a while and listen.
How about no?
Hear the terrible deal.
So, if no one has any objections, if no one's going to say anything else, what are you guys doing now?
Gonna say anybody else?
No.
I'll still take along.
The plot will not advance unless you guys say you want it to.
Yeah, I guess we should go grab the horses now.
Yep.
All right.
Should we say we did introductions while we're walking? And by the time we get there? Like, so that I know their names, like, can we just say, like, in
Technically, no one in this group has introduced themselves to the others yet.
Yeah.
Oh, so only me and her have said our names aloud, then.
Yeah.
I said nothing. Nothing.
I swear we introduced ourselves on the...
Some of you did. I think you did. Not everyone else did. Jayson, did you introduce yourself? I think you did.
Yeah, I think it is.
I think I did. Didn't I?
Yeah, I introduced myself.
Mike?
Not Sluman.
Mike, I know you didn't.
I
And
haven't
Jayson
talked to anyone in this party yet.
Yeah, you two haven't.
Yeah.
So you guys want to address that before you leave, or do we just leave?
I have nothing to say.
Rowan doesn't anticipate he'll stick with you guys.
Alright.
Out of character I will, but Rowan doesn't.
Yeah.
Well, I've already introduced to her, so I think Nox is like, yeah, I've already done my deed. I guess if they want to tell me their names, they'll tell me.
Alright, so.
Actually, might as well approach Zach's agenda then.
Alright.
Yeah, don't mind me tagging along. I still owe you for it. I still owe you.
No worries. Besides, I've got more the merrier. Always find traveling in groups is much more interesting. More targets. But on the plus side, it makes the fireside chats much better than talking to the shadows and the voices. But anyway, let's go steal us some horses, shall we?
Grant, I just texted you something in my Skype.
I'm using my phone next time because, like,
My phone's charging.
Thank you.
Well, Joe, roll counter perception.
Can I
You
do
can't
that?
see me.
I have a passive thing.
What time is
so.
now?
Yeah, because I'm gonna roll stealth and counter.
Nat 20.
Nat 20. Just text me through my phone whatever it is you wanted me to do.
I guess Joe rolled Nat 20 on stealth.
Well, no, because this is a passive thing. He's only getting to me.
Yeah, Joe, you don't get to do
I
anything.
know, I'm rolling counter perception.
But it's a passive thing.
I'm rolling deception.
Oh boy.
I gotta text this to Grant, then I'll move on.
I mean, if this didn't show up on the giant flat screen TV,
Oh yeah, because then you're just metagaming, yeah.
So, sorry about that. I didn't think it would be like that.
Well, it's not my computer.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, John, here's what it looks like on our end.
Duly noted.
Yeah, this. This thing showed up on the TV.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Duly noted. I will avoid that next time.
Wait, someone else get in there so it's even more people on screen. Wait. Three? No, there's like 4 arms. Come on, reload.
Yeah, I guess Lita's gonna go steal herself a horse.
All right. So Grant, check the text I just sent you. And as far as the rest of you, there's no check for this. You all walk in the general direction that the Emperor pointed out to you. You see a stable. It's quite a bit of distance away from the town. It's like they kind of like there's a gate out here, and they meant for you to drop off their horses before you actually went into town. You know, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, there are still quite a bit of horses here. There's enough for all of you, save for the cat person who's going to run along.
Old cat woman.
Yeah. Roll. Okay, Mike, I want you to. We'll just make this a stealth check. Roll stealth to see if you have time to loot the stable house while the rest are getting the horses.
Is there even anyone at the stable house?
What?
Are there even any people at the stable house?
No, they've all ran. All that's here are the horses.
Well, they're not gonna miss it then.
Okay. Roll for luck. Roll for luck then.
What's luck? Just a d20?
Yeah, just a d20. Roll the luck to see if you find
Nat
anything.
20.
Shit.
I'm very lucky. Nat 20.
You find, like, I'm gonna need to roll for this. You find 9 gold pieces, some bread, and a cheese wheel. That is it.
Okay.
Is there an apothecary in this town?
You're running from the town.
Oh.
Okay. So, as you all...
Where are these horses at, then?
These... They're outside of the town. They're not in the general direction the elves were coming.
Oh, it's that kind of town.
What time is
Right.
it?
The one that has horses in the streets.
Mm-hmm. Alright, so... It's a gated city, not a town. So...
Oh, the one the elves are still attacking?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I want to, like... I want to get the hell out of there.
Yeah.
I
But
want
yeah.
a horse that's completely black.
Roll to see if you have... Roll for luck to see if you have one.
No, it's the stealth.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna steal the first horse I see.
Yeah, Rowan doesn't really particularly care.
10.
Okay. Grant, by the skin of your teeth, you find a black horse.
Wait, do we all need to roll to find horses?
No, just if you want a specific one.
I'm for Clydesdale.
In that guess I'm gonna ride with...
Okay.
Wait, Zach, what's your character's name again?
Lita.
I'm gonna ride with Lita.
So
Yeah, I guess you could ride it in the same horse.
I'm gonna use the restroom.
there's enough horses for all of you.
Yeah.
So you don't need to share unless you want to.
Well, we could. I mean, my character's tiny enough.
All right.
Tiny one.
Wait, how tall are you, Zach?
5'2".
How tall am I?
You should know this.
Oh, I'm just an inch shorter than you.
Ah!
All right. So, as you all ride off into the night, you don't need to roll perception for this unless you want details. As you all ride off into the night, as fast as your horses can carry you, some of you take one last glance back at the burning city, and as you glance, you all notice a company of elves just galloping toward it. Not on horses, on elk. You can see their antlers. These elves are wearing very elaborate armor, and among them, seemingly leading them, is, from what you guys can tell, his armor is very, very elaborate, very well done, and is wolf themed. And with this guy, there was a much larger man, presumably an elf in armor. His armor looks to be bear themed, and across from him is a taller, much more lithe elf, whose elf is viper themed. If you want to roll perception on this troop as you're running away, you may.
Sure.
So they're chasing...
I'll do it. Oh, damn, I got a 20, so I see lots of things.
So, who else has rolled?
25 profession.
Yep.
Your vigilance? Okay, Jayson and Charlie, you are the only ones who noticed this, so I have to type it to you.
Okay.
Make sure Joe doesn't see it.
Yeah.
What? Make sure Joe doesn't see it. Because he says he was going to type it to Jayson and Charlie.
Okay, that's for Jayson.
Wait, did you send? I'm getting notification noises, but I don't know where to look.
You gotta go to John's contact on his.
Okay. Oh, yep. Got it.
Mm-hmm. Do either of you want to roll a knowledge check based on what I just typed to you?
Sure, why not?
Go ahead.
Nope, I don't know
Knowledge
anything. I got a 2.
All right. You guys know.
John, how close were they?
They're like far. They're far away. Like they're no threat to you. But you just see them like walking in towards the city as you run away. Jayson, which knowledge is this?
It's regardless. It's all the same.
You've heard things about the Scoratel, that they were roving bands of bandits, that they are racist against anything that's not elves, that they are completely merciless. However, you heard some whispers about this when you left Sanctuary in the first place to do this job. You heard some whispers about a new leader of the Scoratel, who is somehow able to bring all of the factions together. His name was Fenharel, the Dread Wolf. You don't know anything beyond that, except whoever this guy is to bring together dozens upon dozens of radical elf bandit factions, he must be some kind of badass. But that is all you know, and with that, they disappear into the distance as you guys ride. You ride and ride into the night until your horses can ride no more. And with that, I have to use the restroom.
And then we eat the horses once they die.
Right.
Right. Should we just take 5 minutes then, John?
Back in here yet?
Yeah, let's take 5.
Alright.
I made a grand entrance, didn't I?
Yeah. You know, this isn't as big as it first appears.
Oh yeah, because the font's big.
Oh, that too, but it's also single-sided. If things is double-sided, it would just be like half of this.
So how was that battle, Charlie?
Hey, how are you gonna feel if you get the
How was that battle?
What?
I was gonna say, how'd you like that battle? Joe killed the guy with a rock, I set everyone on fire, and then decapitated
Oh, that was pretty good. I like that the main guy was incapacitated on the first move.
Yeah, he's all talking game, and
Yeah,
and then you guys just mopped the floor with all of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mike, it seems like it does like a horizontal print at the end of it.
Yeah, the other thing is, I kind of forget. All right, so I know Mike's. You're a cat person.
Yeah.
You're a cat person. You you look. What does yours look like, Joe?
A human.
Okay, so what like hair color, facial?
He'll be blonde.
Is he androgynous looking, or is he look more like a man?
He's a kid.
Okay.
16.
Okay, so he's a kid. Except for the half elf, I might be the oldest guy in the group. Charlie, what is?
How old are you? How old's your character?
42 or something.
Oh, wow.
How old?
42 or something.
42.
You guys
Okay.
cut out for you can actually edit this thing.
What is your character again?
He's a human monk. He's 30, but he's like 5'6" and looks really young.
I'm only 2 inches taller than you.
So everyone probably thinks he's like 20 or something, but he's 30.
Ah, so he's one of those kinds of monks that got the good genes.
Yeah.
Does his techniques. So is he a hand-to-hand fighter?
Yeah,
That's pretty cool. So he's gonna do Bruce Lee on people.
basically.
Okay, just a forewarning. Whenever you do, it might damage you if you punch a guy on fire. So I'll give you a forewarning if I set anybody else on the fire in the future.
Yeah, I've got a couple of weapons I can use, so
Okay.
to avoid the catching on fire.
Also, John does know what party means, right?
Perry.
Perry.
Yes, Perry the platypus.
I'm just gonna say now because you should. That will probably be way better than saying I use my stick to block her stick.
Wait, what's this about Perry the platypus? All I know about Perry is that he flew into a fake window, then he pulled the poster off to show that it was fake, and then he flew into the window again and actually hit him.
I'm just gonna say you probably could just say Perry instead of saying you use one stick to block another stick.
Well, why? What are we talking about now?
I don't know.
Mike was showing me the novel.
Oh, okay.
I was kind of glancing through it.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, John, how was that for a grand entrance?
Pretty good. I did not expect that to happen. I was hoping.
The hell out of what my weapons did, and I made sure I knew the effects. Because Pathfinder reads like a damn encyclopedia. I'm like, oh my god, I'm trying to jot down the notes. I'm going, okay, this will happen, and this, and then I have to ask forum boards. Like, okay, if this happens, will this happen? Oh yeah, that'll happen. I'm like, okay, but that won't happen. Okay, gotcha. And like,
you actually went online for this, or talked to people about it?
Well, there was people that asked the same questions I did, thankfully.
Oh,
but,
okay.
But yeah,
that's dedication to actually consult someone.
I took hours researching this stuff. I was okay, if I'm going to play this Alchemist, I got to do it right. But then I am not familiar with Pathfinder. I'm finding all these rules and these half rules. I'm like, oh, Jesus.
Well,
I researched the hell out of it and I compiled it all.
Pathfinder is basically D&D 3.5 had it kept going, so it's meant to be as complicated as possible, so you could do a lot.
Yeah, but I found out all those complications, so I could do good.
Yeah.
I didn't expect that to happen.
But yeah, Jayson, are you intimidated? Are you scared? You don't have to
Rowan
answer
just
that.
hoping it's nothing.
Alright.
Hey, wait, Charlie, I got a question. Is your character bald since they're a monk?
No, he has long hair actually.
Okay.
The way Iaka was described to me, he looks like Liu Kang.
Oh.
I mean, more of like Buddhist monk, not like Christian monk.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of. When I think monk, I think warrior monk.
Yeah, that's what I did too.
Yeah.
Mostly I think it's because of Avatar.
God damn Avatar.
So it looks like Liu Kang. Jayson, what's your character?
Michael Wincott.
So death. We're walking with death. So what is this?
Yep.
Why do you think I chose the fight with War from Darksiders as the boss theme?
Does he have long, luscious black hair?
It is long, yes.
Okay, we're gonna have to get you a skull mask immediately. Now, no, wait. If he's got Michael Wincott's voice, he has to say something that Truth said. The great journey waits for no one, brother, and you shall be left behind.
You guys could have taken the head from the person he decapitated and used that as a skull mask, but it's too late.
Rowan won't do that. That's something Rowan would do. Freak him out.
Alright.
I guess. Zach, we were talking about Jason's character. He was described as Michael Wincott, and I said we have to get a skull mask for him now
because he's deaf.
And what does your
I hope
character look like, Zach?
What?
What does your character look like? I know she's a woman, but
Imagine Android 18, but with no chest and only 5 feet 2.
who's Android 18 from Dragon Ball?
So the blonde.
Yeah.
The one
Yeah.
Krillin got with.
Who can totally kick his ass.
Oh, she can.
Yeah, but he was
I think-
to her. She's like, you know what, this guy's good.
Although Krillin is the strongest human on Earth. But she
Yeah, the strongest human, but compared to aliens.
Yeah.
I still like in the abridged series, I was like, she thought I was cute. Oh, please, Krillin, we believed you up until that.
It's gonna be funny when she hooks up with him in the Bridge series.
Yeah. Okay, so who was the other cat person? Is that your?
That was David.
Oh, David.
Yeah.
It was the crazy.
Yeah.
Dave, just imagine like an old, crusty, like diseased-looking woman just as a cat person.
So she is the crazy cat lady.
Yes. Why do you think I've been calling her that?
Okay.
Dave's character is the physical embodiment of the crazy cat lady from The Simpsons.
What about Ken? What is his character?
He had a particular appearance in mind. It was a wrestler.
Which wrestler?
He would know, but
Hey, Ken, what does your character look like?
Like a young version of Cervantes.
I'm not familiar with that one, I don't think.
So Calva.
here we go.
Also,
He looks like-
hair dot next to Wooly up there.
Here you go, Grant. I posted a picture for you.
He looks like a rock star.
No, that's also he's just named after, but yeah. But yeah, Paul Burchill. For some reason, in 2007, they gave him a gimmick that he was a pirate.
Yar.
Yeah, my character looks like Father Gascoigne if he dressed up as Eileen the Crow.
But yeah, so the reason why he had to drop the gimmick is because, well, the music WWE gave him was a little too close to the theme of a certain movie franchise, and the company that owned it was threatening to sue.
So, now that we're all back, shall we continue?
Shall we? Yeah, let's go watch that.
Session here. Shortest session.
It turns out Joe's character kills us all with rocks while we were writing.
Yep.
Oh boy.
Alright.
Rock bender.
Alright, so, in the universe where Joe hasn't mass murdered you all with rocks, because he's that legendary.
Maybe explain that.
Imaginary XP.
Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you. After this boss fight, you guys can put this all in at the end of the session. You guys are all automatically level 2.
Woohoo!
Yeah.
This was technically the end of the first quest. You're all just, whatever you are, you're level 2 now.
Okay.
Well, did we not get experience last time because there was two to be continued anyways?
Yeah, it was. The boss fight was technically the end of the quest. You guys are all level 2 now. So,
before I got to you guys.
Wait,
to
when we
continue.
go up, we're all level 2 now?
Yeah.
Do we need to... Oh god, what do I need to do?
Update your sheets at the end of the session. I'll help you with
Okay.
that if you need me to.
Sweet.
So, first to talk to Lallman. Are you recording again, Mike?
We've been recording that whole time.
Still recording.
Alright, so. In writing, it is now morning. You guys are a couple miles away from the Syrian checkpoint, where you know it is. You have been following the river, as was suggested to you by the glorious Emperor, not Tywin Lannister. And whoever has perception, roll it to find the tree he was talking about. Jayson, your profession will not help you here.
I have perception too, though.
Well, go ahead, roll it. Roll perception to find the tree.
That had all the hidden stuff, so it's 16.
Mm-hmm.
John.
Lita sees nothing. Joe sees nothing.
5. I'll have it in a second.
Charlie, you think you see something?
I pointed it. I like squint and kind of point, like I think that might be it over there.
I think Jason's got it.
Yeah.
With Iaku's direction, Jayson and Mike, and Grant as well, you all see it. You all see one lone, very leafless, very decrepit-looking tree, and you don't see anything carved into it. However, you do see what looks like a notch of some kind that can't be naturally made. However, in getting closer, Jayson, you're the only one who sees this. There is something carved into one of the roots of the tree. Shall you check out the tree? Mm-hmm. Getting closer, you found it. This tree, on one of its roots, there is a circle with an X carved into it. Now remember...
Dear Red, you come this far. Perhaps you're willing to go further. Remember that town in Mexico I talked about?
Okay.
Shawshank Redemption, Grant.
So, Jayson, do you actually tell anyone that this is the tree?
Yeah.
Alright. So, in riding towards this tree, roll perception again to see if you can actually find where this stash is. Because, well, it's obviously not under the tree.
I got a 6.
19.
13. 8.
Lita and Rowan, you were the only ones who find this. As the two of you get off of your horses to get a better look around, so Rowan, you feel it first because you're actually heavier.
Hey.
The ground underneath you that you're standing on kind of wobbles a little bit, not like grass and dirt should. As this happens, Zach, you just try jumping a little bit. You notice it too. You guys are standing on a door.
I dig a little bit, get the dirt out of the way, look for a handle or something.
Who's helping?
Me.
Helping what? Are we lifting the door?
You're helping him clear away the grass, dirt, and foliage to
I will.
through the stash.
I do not have a shovel or anything. I don't know, can I shovel with this mace?
I got nothing to dig.
Do I?
Well,
I haven't.
Get your hands dirty.
well, it
I
doesn't.
got acid.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Between three of you digging, you find the door to this stash and you open it. Only the three of you open it. The rest of you just stand by gawking because that's all you can do.
And a cheese wheel. That's our reward.
I don't have a shovel. My crew left them on the ship.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All
They
right,
expected
using
to
my
give me a
hand.
shovel when they threw me overboard.
It's like I can dig.
I open the door and then check it tight.
All right.
I'm not helping.
So the first ones inside are the monk, the woman, and the half-elf warrior, who are the three badasses. The rest of you, yeah, you're all badasses. I'll give you that. So here is, as you all walk in, here's what you all immediately see. If you guys want to see if you can find anything else, you're gonna have to roll perception. So in the stash, you find basically what looks like an unmarked box, like a box that looks like it's locked, but it has a lock on it, but it's clearly not locked. You find one finely crafted longsword of Scar and Guardian make. It has a beautiful gold hilt and a symbol of the rising sun on it, as are they want to. Jayson, this is not a great sword, and it doesn't look like it would be better than yours, but it is a finely made sword.
Worth some money.
Yeah, by all accounts, it's a nice sword. There is another... Rummaging around, you guys also find a one-hand crossbow, one buckler shield, an assortment of weapons. Roll perception if you want to see if you find anything specific. You find a map of the region, and and some rations and supplies, which includes medical supplies. Oh, and you also find a box with 10 passes to get through the checkpoint.
Yeah, I was either gonna go with 2 of them or a buckler.
So does
I'm not a frontline fighter, so
I'm gonna check the box that's locked but not locked.
the box that's locked but not locked? Okay, going first. Jayson, there are quite a lot of swords here, but it looks, just from that, you don't find anything that looks like it might be more useful than yours, but it looks like this stash was meant to hold enough things for a small regiment, like maybe a squad, not just. So yeah, there's more here than you can carry, even if you wanted to. Zach, since you spoke next, I have to do a roll. Inside, you find gold. You find. Okay.
2 pieces.
Okay. From what you're counting, this box of gold pieces contains 3,350 gold pieces.
I take a look at it,
Mm-hmm.
and I kind of look back to the rest of the party.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, next time we run into that Emperor, remind me to punt his balls.
Wait, how many gold?
Why?
Was there?
3,350.
Cheap bastard shortchanged us by about. She's doing the math in her head. Cheap bastard shortchanged us by about 97,000 gold.
Wasn't that just perfect?
You mind if I get
Can't say I'm surprised.
We'll divvy it up once we get into town.
Okay. Going on the rest of that. Grant, you don't find any alchemy stuff. This is a stash for soldiers and spies, not really alchemists. And sorry, that's just what it is. Mike, what are you looking for?
What was it?
You rolled a 23 for perception. What are you looking for?
Anything useful for me? Any poisons or any specific type of hand crossbow?
Well, poisons would have fallen on their own cow.
Well, I said there was another hand crossbow and the buckler.
Okay.
Well, but those are just things you find.
Get the buckler?
Oh.
Can't duel with yet, but I'll keep it for duel with them.
You do.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
You do find what looks like a bottle of could have been a bottle of poison, but it's empty.
Oh.
So I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You do.
No.
You do, however.
The Zelda, I would be very valuable. I found an empty bottle.
Wait a minute, bottles. If there's any other empty bottles, I'd like to take those because I can fill those with potions.
Empty bottles as rare as Zelda.
I don't want to buy them if they're laying around for free.
How much is that bottle? About 12,000 gold.
Yeah, Mike, you do find one other thing. I need to find the picture of it. You do find a very distinctive knife. It's also obviously of Scar and Guardian make. Like it looks like this. It doesn't look like it'll do more damage than any knives you have, but it'll stay together longer.
Okay, so
You find this thing.
special knife.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. This also, just from how sharp it is, it looks like the bones muscles are going to pose no resistance to this.
So does it do any more damage than a typical dagger, or?
Nah, but not really.
Okay,
But it's a better made dagger. This thing looks like it's actually made of nicely folded steel. Yours are just iron.
Okay.
Actually, you might want to take the buckler until you can do wield. That way, brace behind if they can't find cover.
Yeah.
Wait, you can carry it though.
Buckler?
Also, Joe, anything?
All your weight.
I think so.
Joe, in terms of clothing, what are you looking for specifically?
Just a change of clothes.
All that's really in here is just weapons and some armor. Most of it's metal. You do find a pair of boots, but that's about it. So
Yeah, in that case, I'll look for arrows.
What does it even look like?
you actually do find some arrows. You find 20 arrows.
Okay, so that means I have a grand total of 21 arrows.
Okay.
Use your shield. Oh, it's a wrist. It's a wrist one. It's the buckler. You wear it on your arm.
Just trying to look for the stats to find this
Hey,
thing.
do boots do anything in this? Do boots do anything?
I think go back to the buckler. I think we were talking about defense.
Use your shield arm to wield a weapon.
You
but
lose the
take-
buckler. Or if you use a weapon in your offhand, you lose the armor class. Okay, so it just adds your armor class.
Question, John.
Yeah.
Is there like a wooden table or anything in this room?
No, it kind of looks like a small closet. Like it's meant like you walk in, take what you need to, get back out again, and cover the stash.
Tells me nothing about how much armor it gives.
Wait on.
Okay, I have an idea.
Just type in Pathfinder
What?
armor class.
Lita's none too pleased that the Emperor shortchanged her.
Mm-hmm.
No, not wrist buckler, just buckler.
Lita's gonna turn to the party and say, "Everybody, grab what you want. The stash isn't gonna be around for much longer."
So +1.
What are you gonna do?
Wait, I look at her. I'm going. Ma'am, are you talking? He goes, are you thinking of making a little barbecue?
What are you talking about?
Well, it all depends. Hey, John, quick question.
Yeah.
Using my particular brand of magic, if
It's
I
a new
make a
it's a new day, so your
Yeah.
spells have reset. By the way.
if I make a big rune, would it have a bigger effect?
Not my AC's higher.
If you'd have to roll well for it. You're not entirely sure that would work at your level. You do know, however, whatever you do, it would have the intended effect.
Wait, he goes, hey Zach,
Yeah.
I do have some flasks of oil,
Like, wait, are we going to burn this place?
and I got a lighter.
Isn't anything that be of use to me?
Did you roll?
I guess I'll roll perception.
Yeah, roll a look.
6.
Nothing too specific. You find a bit more swords, a bit more metal armor.
So yeah, nothing really of use to me.
Yeah, you could. I guess you could take some of the swords though if you want to sell them later.
Wait, you said
You
this.
were looking for clothing though.
Yeah, I think you were looking for cloth, right?
Yeah, Joe was looking for cloth, but all he found was a new pair of boots.
That's weird.
Wait a minute, before we set this place on fire, did we get the passports?
Yeah, you did.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, those are burning.
Well, okay, so we'll look at the armor then.
Okay, yeah, Joe's gonna look at what armor's around.
You can't wear it.
Okay.
It's all you can't wear it. It's all metal.
I guess I'll take the sword. Are any swords better than my sword?
Not really. They're all swords are swords.
Okay, so I guess I'll take the swords to sell.
All right.
I don't know.
What were the what?
Are there-
Have anything specific for?
Okay. Ken, you got six swords. You're just carrying those.
That's expensive.
I rolled a d6. It rolled a 6.
So, currently the army, including my regular sword, 7 swords, a crossbow, and a mace.
Yes.
John, can I search for any magical items before we torch this fucker?
With your perception roll, you found none, but you can try again.
Alright, I'll try again.
This is a start.
3.
Yeah, you find no magical items.
Have we divided up the gold?
You're going to once you get into town.
All right.
Hey, wait, John, is there anything I can use besides the empty bottle? If there's no alchemical supplies, is there anything anything else I can use? Like, did the boots that Joe found have any value?
No, they're just leather boots.
So are you playing destroying this place though?
Just revenge, petty revenge.
I'm just saying this seems like a waste of resources and work.
We're leaving the country. We might as well leave them a gift.
Revenge.
So, but yeah, like that's mostly what you guys find.
And the gift is fire.
Joe, you took the map, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you have that. All right.
Oh, yeah, they need my-
So, okay, so who's doing what as petty revenge?
Okay, do we have any salt? Because after the fire, we can salt the earth so nothing goes back.
You do not have any salt.
The
I'm
tree's
sorry.
already dead.
Salt would be pretty
I
valuable.
do have oil. but
You did- you-
why?
You guys did find some rations, but that mostly is just preserved meats and bread.
I took those rations.
Yeah, like
Grant,
Yes.
I guess, douse the room in oil, and Lita's going to go topside, and she's going to start carving something into the tree.
Well, the oil's defensive, though. Can you set it without the oil? Because you'd rather save that for setting more people on fire.
I have a little bit of lantern oil, so...
Yeah, because these are flasks of oil. Like, these can be used offensively, too.
She hands you her flask of lantern oil and says, douse the fucker in place.
I do have a lighter.
Do it. Because she's going to go topside. She pulls out does she have a knife?
Yeah, she has a knife. I remember that.
Yeah. She pulls out a knife and she just starts carving something into the side of the tree.
All right.
In that case, I'm going to roll perception on that ruin.
Okay, you go topside with Lita. Roll perception on what she's doing.
Well, before she went up, I wanted to ask her, why? Because like I wasn't a part of the group, the Emperor screwed you out of a deal.
The Emperor promised us 10,000 gold each.
Ah, well, I guess that's $10,000 worth of damage, then, ain't it?
Oh, no, I'm doing something much, much worse. I'm carving this, John, into the tree.
Joe, you actually see this?
That's the branded symbol on guts.
Actually, Joe, I'm gonna text something to you.
It makes demons come to it. He goes, I look, but whenever she said that, I go, I can respect that. Like, her wanting to get petty revenge. Because if there's one line of work in monster hunting, you gotta honor the damn deals.
Lita is a business person, and she doesn't like it when people renege on their deals.
Yeah, neither is my guy. That's kind of why he's on his revenge quest either. Because someone, not only just reneged, but
Okay, Joe, I just sent you a text about your perception of Lita.
Okay.
And okay, so you guys have gathered what you want. You have cleared the basement closet. Zach, do your thing.
I'm gonna wait. I basically say, you're Dr. Lumen, right? Or Father Lumen?
Yeah, they call me Father Lumen. My name's Nox Lumen.
Yeah, well, she goes, Father Lumen, light the place.
He goes, this is for reneging on deals.
And I'm going to wait till we're all a safe distance away before I use my magic, John.
Alright, so as the stash is burning behind you guys put all your stuff on your horses, and do you guys ride to the checkpoint? I mean, you know where it is from where you are.
Well.
Okay.
Yeah.
As you guys start riding to the checkpoints, Zach, do your thing.
Lita basically just looks back and goes,
roll for it.
Cast.
That one.
Wait, it's my spells are intelligence, right?
Yes.
13.
Could you type to me exactly what it is you're doing so I can describe to the rest of the party? Because I have an idea, but I don't want to mess it up.
One word.
As you all are walking away, suddenly just from behind you where the stash is, you hear a sudden boom! As you look back and you see an explosion engulf the tree. And fire is starting to spread around the grass that was around that area. You guys might want to ride...
Can we smell the flames of the smoke yet?
Yes. You guys might want to ride away a bit faster.
If I did my spell better, there would be flying parts of tree. But
Nox appreciates a good fire.
But yeah, you can actually see the surrounding foliage catching fire, so it might be wise for you guys to ride slightly faster. Okay. So, after some riding, the sun has risen. It's not quite midday yet, but it's close. I have some flavor text I have to read to you guys. At any point during this, you may roll perception for details.
Okay.
Reaching the checkpoint, you all see a crude wooden bridge with droves upon droves of peasants, common and unsettling folk alike on and around it. Most merely keep to themselves in their own little groups on one side of the bridge, but some try to cross. On the other side of the bridge is a not very long, only just long enough to cross the
bridge. You see a large wooden gate taller than any house. Out in front of the gate, Out from the gate, a wooden wall stretches out as far as you can see, leaving no speck of land on the other side unprotected. Along both sides of the wall, you can see a multitude of watchtowers, all of which have soldiers with bows and crossbows stationed in them. Okay. Standing at the gates and in the watchtowers, you can all see soldiers wearing red armor and bearing the obvious marks of the Syrian army. You guys don't even need to roll knowledge for this. You know the marks of Syria when you see them. It's like, you all can see this from where you are. There is no need for a perception check for this. As you take all this in, you all notice what looks like a family try to cross the bridge, only to be stopped by the Syrian soldiers protecting it. You can't hear what they're saying, but the conversation gets heated for a moment before the gate opens. Another soldier comes out, just one man, standing tall, and one of the family members, so presumably the patriarch, goes over and gets in his face, only to be knocked to the dirt by a gauntleted fist. You then see the one soldier say something to the others as he walks back through the gate and closes and locks it behind him. You see the soldiers turn away the family members as they go back to the other side of the bridge where you guys are.
Only to us not to upgrade this country.
Mm-hmm. So, Mike, what exactly do you want to know?
Just in case anyone tried to pickpocket me, I want to roll to prevent that.
That would mostly just be a reflex check. I'll tell you when that's happening.
Okay. Well, my
so,
is pretty good.
So you guys seeing the situation as it is, how do you want to handle it?
Sucks to be them.
Attack the family.
So, but yeah, do you guys want to cross? Do you guys want to try to get beyond the checkpoint?
Yes.
Yeah.
We have passports, don't we?
Yeah, you do. As far as you know, they work.
Alright.
This is like, so you all just ride up to the gate, I suppose.
Yep.
Riding up to the gate, you are. It's like, riding up to the gate, you are. Oh.
I'm just giving you a heads up.
Okay.
No.
Okay. Riding up to the gate, crossing the bridge, you are immediately stopped by a pair of Syrian guards. Halt! None shall pass through this gate without the explicit written permission from our Lord and King.
Well, I guess since I'm the...
Yeah.
You want me to talk?
You don't want me talking. I don't have any diplomacy at all.
Go for it.
Well, I don't know. It all depends. Alright, I guess I'll talk because I got the...
My charisma's only 2.
We're travelers trying to pass into the city. We have passports if you require them.
Alright. Hand them over, Missy.
I hand over my passport.
He's like, and you,
Yeah.
and you, lot of you. Let's see what you have. Do you all hand them your passports?
Yeah.
Yes.
It's like they all got like job descriptions on them and they don't match us at all.
Yeah.
Like the giant cat lady, exotic dancer.
Well.
Funny you should say that, Grant.
Funny you should say.
The guards look between all the passports. Look back to you. Look back at them. Where'd you get these? Hey, Dave. Don't these look fake, don't they? Aye. They certainly are fake.
Who's trying to scam us? We have to kill them.
Lita looks at him and says, I assure you, they were given to us by a high ambassador of the Syrian kingdom. He has told us that we are to have safe passage into this city, into this country, let alone the cities beyond it, and that we should not receive any hassle lest he sends his own personal death squad down here to try and resolve the situation post-haste.
Roll for diplomacy.
Diplomacy or bluff?
That's bluff.
Ah,
That is almost certainly bluff.
all right.
We are.
I think that's a 17.
Well, there you go.
Because I rolled a 7 plus charisma plus bluff, so that's 17.
Nice.
All right. Seeing this, that's one of the guards looks up from each other, he doesn't hand you your passports back, and he's like, all right. Like, all right, I believe you, lady. But I can understand for the life of me why a Syrian nobleman would hand out fake passports, but perhaps we could overlook this situation if we had a little, I don't know, just motivation to do so.
She looks at him. Would it be equal part if I gave you the information that there was a Skarsgardian stash back there that we ran across and saw Skarsgardian soldiers using it to try and sneak into the country?
Everyone besides Zach roll perception.
Because Syria's at war with Skarsgård, right?
Yes.
Yeah, we know that, so.
It's like, yeah, they're at war. He's like, well, that would be some modified information. If only we...
Oh no, this is just like, it's not
Yeah.
a thing. It's like,
As they're all talking, this is kind of... Lita, you're paying attention to these guards, so you don't really notice this. But another pair of horses actually carrying a carriage basically drives up and kind of forces you guys out of the way so it can pass. And it stopped. Zach, the horses driving the carriage actually stopped right next to you. Mm-hmm. And he's like, the guy driving is like, open the gate. He's like, same deal as them. Passes first. As he goes to hand them their passes, you suddenly see the carriage open, and you see a man in a surprisingly well-fitted black Syrian nobleman suit step out and just is like, "Boy, what's the meaning of all of this?" He's like, so there's like at that the guard just go, "My lord, these people were trying to pass into Syrian territory. Unfortunately, their passports seem to be fake. So we're just dealing with the situation as we were instructed."
bullshit.
Zach,
I look over at the nobleman.
I want you to say roll perception on this guy.
6.
He looks like
You don't-
shit.
All you can see is basically this face smiling back at you.
Joffrey, a right cunt.
Like, I have to find a very specific picture for this one.
Do I get anything different from when I text you, John?
Oh, let me find the picture first. This man is definitely human, and he smells nice. But yeah,
Well,
clean.
that means he is noble. That means he's clean.
But yeah, Zach. Actually, no, I'm gonna get a better picture. You know what? Fuck it.
Just drugs.
This guy, except very black hair and clean shaven, is staring back at you.
No! It's
Okay, so,
Kill him! Kill him! He tells only lies!
so who's holding the fake passports? Us or the guards?
the guard.
The guards.
Okay, who's holding the real passports?
No one.
There are no real passports. These are the ones we got out of the tree.
Didn't Smiley black-haired guy give him the passports?
No,
He gave him his
he
passports.
came up while we were being harassed. Like, he came up on a carriage.
Okay, no.
Yeah, at that, Tom Hiddleston looks at you and then looks back to the guards. You don't see anything, but you see something in you. You're just like, my apologies, gentlemen. There seems to be a misunderstanding. These people work for me. I sent them out as my envoys to do some business. None of which is your
He's gonna be indebted to this guy.
None of which is your concern. And I instructed them to head back ahead of me for preparations for my return. However, you seem to be preventing them from doing so, and unless you want to have problems with my Lord Lysmith. Like no. It's like everything is fine.
I get it.
Is his first name low key?
At that, Zach, he very hurriedly, he just hands all of the passports back to you, and he just yells, "Oi! Open the gate!" And
Well, fuck, I trust Loki. He helped us get in the city. Let's do what he wants.
at Zach, you're the only one who hears this, because as he's getting back into his carriage, he whispers to you, all of you, stay close and keep your mouth shut.
He whispers to him, "Hail,
But yeah, Zach, he whispers to you, stay close and keep your mouth shut. Let's at least get clear of the Syrian checkpoint before we say anything.
I look back at
Turn
him.
the lights out. We'll keep our clothes on."
Yeah. Zach, you look back at him?
I look back at him and just say,
Alright. At that, the gates to the territory of Syria open. And they let you all ride in. You have left the country of Skarengard and have now entered the kingdom of Syria. Jayson, for better or for worse, you are one step closer to home. You're at least in your home country.
Hey, John.
Uh-huh.
The crazy cat lady look at all the beggars and stuff that couldn't get in through the gate. Just go, "Suck it, scrubs."
Actually, the crazy cat lady's left behind. She got distracted by some random beggars and is still there.
She'll enter the country through osmosis.
Probably. So
she'll be suddenly standing in the middle of the street in the city.
It's like,
I woke up here. I don't know what happened.
Yeah, but neither know.
As you guys ride on, you get far enough away from the checkpoint that you stop seeing a bunch of Syrian guards. As you clear it, the man in the carriage, he steps back out and, sits next to his driver so that he can enjoy the fresh Syrian air. And he's just like, the driver's just a guy. He's wearing basically a butler outfit and he has nicely combed hair. He's also wearing a coat because, you need it when traveling outdoors. Oh yeah, and of course he's got a sword strapped to his belt.
The butler did it.
But he sits out there just sitting next to his driver and he's like, Well, that's out of the way. Do any of you have anything to say to this man who helped you get through this?
I'm just guarding carefully.
I guess she looks.
Mm-hmm.
Lita looks at him and just says, quite frankly, look, I've been around this world long enough to know that no favor comes without something wanted in compensation. What do you want?
The cat lady.
He's like, well, Jayson, that's what you get for sizing him up. But I have to have him roll something first. Oh, and he does. Saying that, I'll get to you in a second, Jayson. But hearing the thank you from the monk and looking back at Lita the bard, he just smiles and just like, I see you're a woman with a bit of common sense in this world. That's a rarity these days. The truth is, though, I don't want any compensation. I guess you can just say I did it because when I was young, I was in your position. When I was younger, I was in your position once. I know what it's like. I know what it's like to be harassed by asshole guards. But since you brought it up, and since we are now talking about it, Zach, you rolled enough. There
it is.
Zach, he rolled enough perception to actually notice something on you. He was like, I see you're carrying an instrument. Do you play? Are you perchance a bard?
You want the rocker? See, I'm putting a
The
band together.
birds fly.
We're on a mission from God.
Yeah.
But Zach, before you answer that question to Jayson, before I forget, Jayson, knowledge local would have helped you with this immensely. This man is Count Dante Lysmith. He is one of the richest noblemen in this region and has invested a lot of his money into the city of Sanctuary. You've seen him coming and going multiple times. You've never actually met him, but you've seen him once or twice and you know him by reputation. This is definitely him.
Alright.
So this So if nothing else to you, this guy is one of the wealthiest men in this territory.
You might be able to help me then.
But yeah, you know fully well who this is.
Right.
But yeah, Zach, what was your answer to his question?
Yes, I do play.
He's like, Then perhaps there is something you can do for me. I'm hosting a gathering of sorts at my estate in 2 weeks' time, and well, my current entertainment I had to fire. He was getting a little too friendly with some of my female staff in ways that I did not appreciate, and I am in need of someone to replace him.
I'll warn you now. Lita says, I'll warn you now. I do nothing in this world for free.
Of course, I didn't expect you to. You shall be paid. We can discuss the price on the way if you'd like.
Perhaps.
It's like at that he just looks around. So do all of you travel together, or is it just perchance that you happen to meet?
We know each other.
Both, maybe.
I owe a debt.
Mm-hmm.
For me, it's both.
Nah.
It's like, interesting. It's like, I will keep in touch. I have some arrangements to make as far as replacement entertainment, but you will almost certainly hear from me again, Mrs. He just trails off at that. He never got your name.
Miss Ford.
Miss Ford. Mm-hmm.
Wait, how old is her character?
As far as you can tell, early 20s.
Yeah.
And how old's this guy?
Looks about the same. Like he's young. He has the look of a young rich bachelor.
Okay, but is he giving her like creepy eyes, or is he being suave?
He's being Tom Hiddleston.
Okay,
Interpret that as you will.
Okay, yes, because Lubin is kind of protective around because he did have a daughter. He's just gonna look at the guy like.
God damn it.
Jayson, no! Don't throw your computer away. We still want you.
And the day has come. My mouse has run out of batteries. I'll get that later.
On MTV's Crib, we check out Jayson's ceiling fan.
There you go, Joe. Alright, so does anyone else want to say anything to this guy before we get to the city proper and I turn you guys loose?
Rowan doesn't trust anyone who makes more money than he does.
Witch hunters are yet.
What did you say, Jayson?
Rowan doesn't trust anyone who makes more money than he does.
This guy not only makes more money than you do, you make pennies compared to him.
Not even pennies, hate pennies.
I'm just watching him the whole time. Not like, but like, you know.
But yeah, Grant, even though Grant, you don't even need perception for this, but you can just tell by the way he speaks. You've dealt with this type before. You are very much right. Even though he appears nice and for all intents and purposes well be, you are in his debt.
Yeah, I'm like, but he hasn't said anything yet, so wait till that day comes, I'll just know.
Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Hold on, Joe's making a roll he once kept secret. All right. Joe, unless there's anything else you want to do, we can move on to the actual city itself. Joe?
I'm typing. Tip-a-tappy, tip-a-tappy.
Sorry, Joe, but that was just something I made up on the spot. Okay, so.
Yeah, and he's going to respond to that.
That's pretty good.
Oh, what was that barbecue place you talked about when we had one too? I thought you talked about the barbecue place where they go for
So, writing on, writing in. Eventually, you guys reach a part in the road, and you guys can see the city. So you're finally reaching your destination. But at this part of the road, Dante looks to you and just says, "I'm afraid it is at this point we must part. When I say it is that way, and I have some urgent business I must attend to. But rest assured, Miss Ford, I will keep in touch."
Very well.
And should you need any further assistance, just tell them that you're a friend of Count Lysmith.
Will do.
Okay, so he in his carriage goes off one way as he actually gets back inside, and as you guys walk up to the city of Sanctuary.
Wait, are we walking or after our horses?
No, you still have your horses. So, as I have more flavor text. Rowan, this is all familiar to you, but at some point in this flavor text it won't be. I will get to that part. It's like, Rowan, this is familiar. As you will ride up to the city of Sanctuary, known in the common tongue as Sanctuary, past all the houses and its surrounding villages, you all begin to see a massive, bloody massive, stone walls surrounding the city. Think Ba Sing Se, but not quite as big.
Maybe it looks like that.
There's no one sanctuary.
Yeah. But yeah, the city does have a massive fucking wall around it. The walls are about as tall as any castle you have ever seen. Some of you may believe this is a miracle of architecture and engineering that they managed to build this at all.
Titans!
Getting closer, you can all see a grand, elaborate gate leading into the city with two great watchtowers surrounding it. Rowan, you know this to be the King's Gate, the main gate into the city. Rowan, this is all new to you. As you all get closer to the King's Gate, where once you saw the massive stone walls for protection, leading up to it, several disturbing images come to light. For starters, the banners hanging over the city walls are red and bear the sigil of the Kingdom of Syria, and not the free city of Sanctuary that you all were expecting. With that, all the surrounding guards you see are not wearing the color white of Sanctuary guards, but instead the color red of the Syrian army. This is obvious as they not only bear their colors, but their markings as well. Note, there are no normal guards to be seen. All of that sinks into the back of your minds, however, as you walk along to the path at the city, you see that lined on both sides of the road are bodies upon bodies stuck on pikes. Jesus. From what you can see right now, you guess there are at least 20 that you can see, and though you suspect there may be more. All of these bodies are burned, and you can't tell if any of them were men or women.
God, did the Boltons take over?
Wait, what I missed?
We entered the town and they got like people staked in the middle along the road.
This isn't the town. This is the road leading up to the town. It's like
apparently our Jayson was away. The town was taken over by Vladdy fucking Impaler.
I was in town for like 5 days, and
yeah. It's like you left town for like.
Sorry about Jayson. They were one of you were there.
Jayson, you left Jayson, you left 2 weeks ago. I'm just saying. You were gone for 2 weeks.
Man, Detroit looks really rough these days.
No, wait. We go in there and say, Detroit actually looks improved.
It's like, continuing with my flavor text, one of these people is so unrecognizable that you begin to feel sympathy or even pity for whoever was this person, or whoever has to mourn them. As you clear the last of these, you walk to the open king's gate, where you see people coming and going as they please, and as you enter, a guard in red says to you all, "Welcome to Sanctuary."
Does he say it with like a smile? Like, what an asshole.
He does, actually.
He's saying that next to a goddamn charred corpse? Like, what the
There wasn't one, there were like 20 of these lining the road.
Right next to one of these...
That's Detroit for you.
Okay, are the people in this town insane? Like my character's all for burning people, but Jesus.
Grant, this is not a town, this is a full city. You guys are going to be spending the entire campaign in this city.
God, it's like Dragon Age 2.
So, take that as a warning sign to stay out of trouble.
Zach, I want you to roll knowledge local. Or knowledge all, whatever works.
This is the normal army. I'm dealing with like a...
Plus intelligence... 18. No, 25.
Okay, good news. You don't actually need Rowan's help for this, though it wouldn't hurt to ask. Do you actually remember when you had your little business dealings? The property that you acquired was relatively close to the King's Gate. But looking around, a lot of these buildings look familiar. It wouldn't hurt to ask the person you actually know from the city where this building is.
I know his name, right?
Yeah, Rowan.
On my horse, I look over at Rowan. Rowan.
Mm-hmm.
Prior to us dealing with the Emperor and everything else going on in this lovely, looks back at the rows of bodies.
Mm-hmm.
Wonderful part of the world. I acquired a piece of property in the city. It's a inn of sorts. Does it have a physical address, John?
It actually does.
What is the physical address? Or should I just make one up?
Just you give it to him. You give him the physical address.
All right. I would like to know exactly where that is. I'm supposed to be meeting associates there.
Jayson, you don't even have to roll. You know where this address is.
Got in my hand, yeah.
You actually just lead them down a small street to the right. You guys don't even walk for like 10 paces on your horses before you find this building. Zach, it appears you may have been screwed over twice in one day. This building is a rundown shack.
In all fairy, Lita's going to say, "Oh, find me in the Alps."
Jayson,
that's quite a good investment there. Yeah.
Yes, I think it is. Is it? I think it's
What
John,
is
how much? I guess I'm off. I've jumped off my horse at this point to look at it closer.
there is a place to tie up your horses, should you guys want to.
I tie up my horse
around here without a lock or something. Someone's gonna jack him.
Probably, Rowan says.
John.
Actually, you knowing this now, you are right.
John, how much did I pay for this place?
Let me roll real quick.
Also, what this place used to be, just out of curiosity, for Rowan to know.
Roll. You know a basic idea, but roll knowledge local. See if you know more.
I don't know. We bought a piece of property, but it's actually a rundown shack.
You paid about 2,500 gold for this place.
Really?
I look at it. It's like what? How tall is it, John? Like 2 or 3 stories?
3 stories.
I look at it. How deep is it?
It's not that deep.
I look at the property. Look back at the party.
Mm-hmm.
I guess Lita's doing this to the party. Fuck!
Well, on the bright side, it's dry.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, Jayson, as you don't know the full details, you were not actually there when this happened. This actually happened a month or so before you left for your mission. This building used to be a midichlorian den, or heroin, more specifically. There were a bunch of druggies living here.
It's heroin.
Basically, guards raided it. A lot of people were arrested. It turned into a thing, and as far as you can guess from what Lita is saying, they cleaned it up. They cleaned it out as best they could, and put the property up for sale to whichever sucker would buy it.
You bought a crack house.
Best part is you're gonna have to deal with addicts coming by every once in a while, just so you know.
We already have the crazy old key.
Well, it's not a midichlorian den anymore.
Well, I know that, but I don't think some addicts might not know that.
None of the rest of you know this, unless Jayson decides to share the story.
Well, I kind of implied that with my what I said right there. But.
Do I have the key to this place, John?
You do.
I guess I pull the key out and I say, Well, everybody, tie up your horses as best you can. It's time for us to divvy up the loot.
Someone might want to stay out and watch the horses.
You have a hitching post.
Yeah, there's a hitching post. There's enough for all of us.
We're gonna want someone to stay out and watch it though, unless these horses are gonna get restolen.
You guys are close to the King's Gate. There are guards right there. Rowan, you'd know this.
That doesn't make Rowan feel any better.
Yeah. Guards there. If someone was gonna steal horses, they'd be seen.
Wasn't there a movie where somebody walked out and said, "Somebody stole the car I stole! Damn it!" Alright.
But yeah, who's going in?
I'm going in.
I go in, I guess.
I can go in.
Yeah.
Quick about this. Rowan wants to check on his map.
Mm-hmm. Oh, are you leaving the party already?
No, I said let's hurry with this because Rowan wants to check on his mom.
Oh, okay.
He doesn't say his mom. He says let's hurry up and get this over with.
I need to
All right.
Mommy.
Okay. I gotta roll for this.
I go inside. I unlock the door and I go inside.
Okay, let's go inside.
As you all walk in, Zach, you see probably the first good sight you have seen in 2 weeks. I forgot.
Yeah, so,
So
wait, does it always have like proper floorboards?
Okay, Zach, walking in, you see the first good sight you've seen in 2 weeks. Just to describe this woman for everyone except Zach, walking inside, you see three women, 2 blondes, one's a redhead. One of the blondes, the blonde that makes herself immediately known. She's pretty tall. She's like 5'9". She has really nice, really done up hair. Like she has this very like elaborate lacy dress. She almost dresses like a noble woman. What really gets your attention on her though are 2 things. One, her absolutely huge tracts of land, which she displays prominently, and two, you guys don't need to roll perception for this. She would be a 10 out of 10 absolute knockout. However, what kind of takes from that is that there is a massive sword wound on the side of her face, just going down like this.
These are the Unforgiven horrors, aren't they?
No, actually, it's not. Seeing to very quickly describe the other 2, the other two are also freaking knockouts as far as looks. The redhead looks fairly normal. If you want me to go in detail about their assets, I can. She looks fairly normal and just also displaying a lot of what she has. The other one is blonde, almost has whitish hair, and kind of looks like she's almost hiding away from you guys. But you do see that her tracts of land might be even larger than the first blonde's.
Oh boy.
So we inherited 3 horrors.
Apparently.
And as you all walk in, Zach, the second she sees you, the blonde woman in red just immediately smiles, just goes, "Joanna!" Then runs up and hugs you, and because of your height, you just go into her chest.
Hey, John, we all typed something on the side there.
Yeah, that's not. Which of these are you looking particularly? It's it's just a scar. Like it's healed, but it's still very much there. And Mike, what are you looking? Grant, what are you looking at specifically?
I'm seeing, as I'm using my skill. Are they human?
Oh, they're very much human.
Okay.
They're all human.
Are they?
But yeah, Zach, she has pretty much blocked you and is pushing your face into her ample bosoms.
I'm gonna.
And she. Sorry. What happened to you? I thought you were going to be here before us.
Turns out there's a war within an insurrection. Look, the politics of this entire region can go fuck themselves.
So I'm just going to gather along your way back, things got fucked.
Yes, but on the plus side, made friends.
As you point back to the party, Rowan, Burchill, Iaku, and Joe. She takes one look at all of you and just goes like, so who are your new friends? Do they fight as good as they look?
Lita just kind of goes.
I can gladly assure you of that, miss.
It's like, oh, it's like, who a gentleman.
Putting on the full Michael Wincott, Rowan Lasara at your service.
It's like,
have them roll.
Oh, roll for it, Jayson.
Jason's got the passive seduction skill.
Oh boy.
19.
All three of them take him up to the room. We'll be back in 5 hours. He won't be alive by then.
Death by
Find the red poop.
It's like,
Death by snooze. And his skeleton's like this. I can use the skeleton in a formula.
At that, the woman with the scar walks past Lita right up to you and was like, "Oh my, a real gentleman. You got lucky. You got lucky with this one, Joanna." And at that, she turns back to you, Delilah, at your service.
Are these with my perception, John? Are they all clean, or are any of them diseased?
No, they're all clean.
Okay.
It's like, but where are my manners? It's like, if Lita's introducing her friends, I should at least introduce myself first. You all can call me Delilah, or Lady or Mistress Delilah, if that is your preference. And she points to the redhead. This is Margarita. It's like, and the prize cowering not out of fear of you. She's just shy. That's Sophia.
Sophia, Delilah, and what was the other
Margarita. Margarita. I got this.
Oh, Margarita. Okay.
Yeah.
So one's a drink, one's a flower, and the other is
That's all comic character.
I can't think of anything from Sophia.
Sophia.
And that's why I said, and one's a soul copper character, I guess.
Oh.
Yeah.
Who I believe is the one who gave birth to Patroclus, the worst soul copper character.
Mm-hmm. Sophia. It's like, as you all know, no doubt guessed, we are other friends of Lita's. Okay, fine. It's like, as I'm sure you've no doubt guessed, we are other friends of Lita's. But please come in. If you've helped Lita back through all that non-fuckery that is politics, you all must be tired. It's like, Sophia, do we have any more our food? Yes, but that's not much. You're not be able to. So we have enough. Good.
Is the inside at least clean? Like, or is it better looking on the inside?
Roll perception.
Yeah, because
Well, you're rolling
I don't
perception.
know if I want to trust food in this place yet. 19. Does at least like?
It looks like these three have done a decent job of cleaning the place up. However, it still looks like there are some broken chairs and tables soon about. It looks like it could use some repairs.
What about the smell?
Smells fine.
I can't smell any crack or anything.
No, it's fine.
It's a crack, baby, son.
No, it's
like-
crack, baby fool.
Yeah.
What's up, fool?
There's people that are specifically made to fight them.
Mike, you start looking around the room. They don't notice you because Delilah and the others are kind of have their attention focused on the men in the party right now, or one in particular.
Damn it, Jayson.
Lita.
Not damn it, Jayson.
I'm probably
Lita-
them, so it doesn't matter.
Lita walks over
It doesn't work.
to a table and just starts divvying up the gold.
It's like, Delilah follows. It's like, what'd you get there? Found something along the way?
Oh, we found some gold, found some weapons, got screwed.
It's like, I hope you don't mean that in the literal sense.
Lita looks at Delilah and just says, no. But next time I see the Emperor of Skarngard, do me a favor and remind me. Punch him. Punch him really, really, really hard with my knife.
He's like, you met the Emperor of Skarngard? Oh, by the creator, things must have really gotten bad out there.
Please. She just kind of goes, please.
He's like, as she sees Lita divvying up the money, she just turns to the rest of you. Well,
Lita is very, very angrily sorting for this gold. She's
like,
yes.
At that, I got whoa. So as Lita is angrily divvying up the money, Delilah turns to look back at the lot of you. Well, aside from the one gentleman there and the half gentleman here, seems kind of rude. Seems pretty rude to introduce ourselves, but not have you two do so in kind, including you, cat lady. Yeah, I see you. You won't find any valuables. We scavenged this place when we got here.
She was talking to me while you were looking around.
Yes, she was talking to Mike.
Oh.
She rolled a nat 20 for
pardon
perception.
me.
She saw you sneaking. I'm sorry, Mike.
Of course she saw me sneaking.
Well, we're in one room together.
So you're making a half.
She rolled a nat 20 for perception, Mike. She saw you. It's like,
So she's asking us all for introductions?
yeah, she's asking you all, including you, Mike, and you too, Joe.
Yeah, I figured.
I guess I'll just tip my hat. I go, ma'am, Nox Lumen. You can call me Father Lumen.
He's like, you look like a nicer father than mine was.
No, I wouldn't say that.
I pop up and said, well, I don't think I've said my name. I am Robert Burchill.
Robert what?
Burchill.
Mike, are you going to introduce yourself?
Just stare there. Just stare at her unblinkingly. Like,
No, she's just not saying anything.
I was like-
Trust any.
just look like this.
I would also like to point out, Mike, that with your sleight of hand, you tried to steal something from Margarita, only to find out that her dress does not have any pockets.
She's probably into that. Like, oh.
Also, you got close enough. You feel this without letting her know. She's not wearing underwear.
She is into it.
You.
You've made her have a fetish now.
But let's see. That's Yaku. That's Burchill. She turns to the anime-looking motherfucker. She's like, well, what about you? I don't see you hiding back there.
He just nods and says, "My name is Yaku."
Oh, I was talking about Joe.
Oh, whoops. Well, Yaku nods and says, "My name is Yaku."
Charlie just walks in front of him. My name's Yaku.
I'm a mom. He goes, and don't believe what they say about monks. He goes, celibacy is so last century.
No, it's just like they go up to talk to Joe. She just pushes Joe out of the way. Hi, I'm Yaku.
So did you call me an anime-looking fellow?
No,
No, I did. But she's just like, I see.
Who is this Annie Mae that you speak of?
You wouldn't even know what anime is in this world.
Yeah, they don't have.
Well, I mean, that's
anime
the weirdest way to describe someone.
Yeah, we got these weird DVDs from Japan.
Joe,
Weird anime looking.
Joe,
Hey, it's that weird looking anime guy.
Joe, you described your character to me as Bishonen looking. I can call you an anime looking motherfucker all I want.
Oh, so he's a pretty boy.
Did I say that?
Yes, you did.
If you're a Bishonen, that means you're a very attractive man. He's a very pretty man.
Oh, he goes to that high school, that Orin High School thing.
But yeah, Joe, are you gonna introduce yourself? Lima. Is it Lima? You mean like the bean? Like a lima bean?
No.
Alright, if you say so. It's like you don't have to hide from me. I don't hurt much.
Thinking in his head, oh my god, this girl does have issues.
At that, Mike, she turns her attention to you. Like, she's not stopping you from looking around, stealing anything, but she's just going like, and what about you? He's like, what about you, the ever vigilant one?
You stare at her creepily.
No, she's just still looking around.
Well, you're a cat person. Do this. Go. No, do that. No, I was trying to do that. I was trying to do that throat cat purr. They do. They go. Yeah. Just go.
He's like,
purring.
he's like, at that Delilah just she tilts her head and smirks. She's like, what's the matter? Can't speak? Cat got your tongue?
Everyone, roll to groan.
Yes, Mike. She did just make a really bad pun at you.
I only rolled 3.
She did a bad pun. She must die now.
Darling, if you do another bad pun, I'm going to shoot you right in the face with this crossbow.
Ooh, it's like, ooh, I would love to see you try that.
Oh god, she's a wizard or something, isn't she?
Is it alright for me to kill your whore, darling? I could buy you a replacement. I'm pretty sure.
Lita slams the box shut. Shut up!
Testy.
Yeah, yes, ladies, calm down. We wouldn't want a cat fight now, wouldn't we?
You're
Just
next.
give me my gold, damn it.
Everyone,
Lita.
let's not start nothing. We just walked
Lita.
past a bunch of
Lita.
slain bodies, so we don't need this in our lives.
Lita just kind of casually goes, "Good news, everyone! I divvied up the gold."
Oh, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
10 for you, 10 for you, 10 for you, and 1,000 for me.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, she divvied it up evenly.
Wasn't
The
it?
thing is, how much more do you think we get for them horses?
Amber Dreads and these swords I've been logging.
Mm-hmm.
We probably have to. If I did the math right, there's 48. There's like 47. Wait, there's 8 of us because the crazy cat lady gets some too.
Does she?
The crazy cat lady behind. She got nothing.
Okay then, so that's 3,350 divided by 7.
I think I earned a share for her showing up and firebombing the main.
Okay. So hold on, let me do the math because there's leftovers.
We use that to communal fund and go get pizza.
Hold on.
Also, Mike.
Jayson, Charlie, Ken.
Also, Mike, I would just like to point this out while Zach is doing that. This woman, Delilah, is not intimidated by you.
Okay,
She might be a battle maid.
I take out.
So, yeah.
Well, yeah,
Everybody gets 478 gold pieces, and there are 4 left over.
we can use
At-
pizza.
178.
At that, Delilah goes like, 480. Well, I hope some of that's gonna go. I hope some of that's gonna go out of fixing up this heap.
474.
78.
Oh, 78. Oh,
Yeah.
I have a good deal of money now.
He's like,
756 gold.
And there's 4 gold. There's 4 gold pieces left over.
Oh,
Del-
God, gold weighs a lot.
Delilah walks back over to you as you sit, just like, 478 gold for you. Wow, I hope some of that's gonna go to fixing up this heap. I for one don't think I was the only one in the boat when I thought this place would actually be good.
I just kind of showed up here. I didn't know what I was saying.
I'd rather stay downtown.
All Lita's gonna say is like, yeah. Yeah, I've been screwed twice today. Maybe, actually, Lita just kind of muses to the party. I wonder what would we get paid if we went to the real estate office and, killed a bunch of realtors. Yeah.
I would not.
How would they pay you if they were dead, Miss Ford?
I don't know.
I know how you get more money though. If those horses are good stock, we can sell them.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think they can do anything quite yet, but I'll make sure Burrow doesn't hit this place.
Well, Lita just kind of looks at everyone and says...
I would just like to point out right now, the proverbial rails are gone. You guys can do whatever you want now. And we can...
let's go eat people.
And we'll stay here, and we all can stay here as long as you guys want to. The session ends when you decide it ends.
I think that's the last thing Lita's going to say before anything else happens.
Mm-hmm.
Lita just says, I know we don't know each other very well, and we've only been discussing things for a little while, but considering the current state of affairs and how only probably one of us has a house in this city, until this place gets fixed up, we're able to rent rooms, charge clients, and basically run a lucrative business here. I'm offering up free room.
And I'll make sure this house doesn't get hit.
Yes. That's awfully generous of you, Miss Ford.
I'll make sure that the...
I would take you up on that offer. I need to stay in the city for some time.
I mean, we could also, well, I don't know. If we're skilled enough, we could lure people here, beat them, lure muggers here, beat them, steal their worldly possessions, and then throw them somewhere.
With that, I'm gonna go check on my mother.
Oh, that reminds me, I should go check on my mother.
He's like,
I need some of my inheritance.
And with that, Burchill goes, how about this? I go sell these swords, and I'll give you half of the money and call it an investment into this place.
Sounds good. I could always use someone to help run this affair.
he's like,
Yeah.
alright.
Besides all the crack deals and...
Rowan is gonna head out though, to check on his mom, because the whole fight thing kind of freaked him out.
Mm-hmm.
But he says she'll be back. He says to the three women, but he says he'll be back.
Alright. He's like, oh, leaving so soon? Well, I hope I see you around sometime.
Oh, you can count on that, ladies.
Alright.
Miss Ford?
Yes.
I guess Burchill go off screen so because I really need coffee. So yeah.
Alright. Jayson first, and then Ken. We'll get to you. But
I was still talking to.
I want to finish up what happens in the actual building first, and then we'll cut to everyone in town.
Okay, I'm talking to Zach or Miss Ford. I have a set of skills. He goes, I'm an alchemist. He goes, if you would let me, as thanks for free room and board, I can offer you my skills.
So you have a particular set of skills?
I didn't want to say it like that. I'm not Liam Neeson. I'm Gascoigne.
Do you actually? Lita just looks at him and says, "Do you require a lab of sorts?"
He goes, well, things haven't had a lab in some time, just equipment, but I ain't got the equipment no more.
Hey, Delilah.
Yes, dear.
Is there a basement to this place?
Funny you should mention that. She basically takes the two of you aside. Those who want to follow can if you want. She leads you into a back room, which is like.
Well, we can if Grant's not doing anything else, him and I can do that after he gets everyone else.
Yeah, I'll just do that with him.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, like I said, can I just go off screen because I really need coffee. I'm like falling sleepy.
Okay, you go get your coffee, Ken. We'll get back to you because you do have to act out telling the swords. All right. So Jayson, getting back to you.
What about Charlie though?
Yeah, Charlie, what about you?
What about me? Yaku says that he wants to stay. He also says that he objects to unnecessary violence when they made that mugger comment.
Ah.
Three bodies. There you go.
Oh god, Caitlin's gonna. Oh god, your character's gonna act like an actual cat. You're gonna just start bringing dead things.
Here, I brought you a present.
Send it down to the alchemist in the lab. Get rid of it like that.
Also, what the hell? What do I need 10 dead dwarves for?
Why are they on my pillow? They just mean that I love you. Why did you piss in my shoes then?
Marking my territory.
Jayson,
Alright.
as you are walking home, you know the city, so you don't need to roll knowledge local to know where you're going. Walking back after a little while, you very suddenly hear someone call your name. It's like, Rowan? Like, Rowan? Like, do you turn to see who it is?
Stop and look, I guess.
I have to find a picture of her. As you turn to look, you actually see someone in a Syrian guard uniform walk right up to you. However, what sets this person in a Syrian guard uniform apart is that you recognize this person. She's actually a fellow guardsman with you, but that is not her uniform. You know this person as Evelyn, a friend of yours.
Oh.
It's like, Rowan? When did you get back? Like, you were gone for weeks. We thought you were dead.
It's a long story.
Well,
What happened here? I saw the display.
it's a long story. You certainly picked a time to leave. In the time since you've been gone, well, apparently our gracious, she's walking with you now. Apparently, our gracious Lord and King Reyes decided that because the war is escalating, they needed to increase their hold on the southern regions of their kingdom, which even though Sanctuary is labeled a free city, it still falls under Syrian territory, which means that they can basically come in and do whatever the fuck they want. Free City Sanctuary is not free anymore, Rowan. It's like Syrians control it now. But they changed up the guard. A lot of them were reassigned or demoted. Hell, Euron got demoted. He's a regular guardsman like you and me now.
Really?
Yeah. You know Euron.
Yeah, I know. Well, my father.
Your father? I actually don't know. One of the first things they did here when the Syrian army started occupying the city was they decided that the regular city guard wasn't good enough. So they reassigned a lot of the other city guardsmen to other locations and replaced them with their own ranks. I don't know what happened to your father, but I haven't seen them since they got here, so he may have been reassigned. I don't know where.
How about my mother? She's still at the palace there?
I haven't heard anything regarding your mother, but I haven't heard anything regarding your mother, but if she's still working in the palace, well, let's just say for the first time in ages, Sanctuary has its first formal lord. Our gracious king has sent his son down to bring the city to heal. He's taken all the best servants and is living in a keep, even not far outside the city.
Oh God.
It's like some servants do come home though, so I do believe your mother is fine. You'll have to talk to her though. I don't know for specifics.
Now, do I still have a job here?
You're gonna have to find that out. That might not be as easy as you think, though. I'm still lucky to have a job. It's like, oh, fuck me, you don't even know. They killed Chappelle. They killed our boss.
They killed Dave Chappelle?
Oh, damn.
Really?
That's what you get for only giving us 2 seasons.
They executed him to make an example.
Who's in charge now?
Some asshole appointed by the Church of Eternal Fire. I believe his name is Einhard.
Sounds like a
That's
pig.
my enemy.
He's like, trust me. If you're just getting back, you'll meet him soon. If you are just getting back, I would recommend going to the guard station as soon as possible, because for one, they need to know you're back. They're starting to keep more track of who's coming and going within their own ranks now.
First, gonna check out my mother though.
So, do what you gotta. I've taken enough time away from my rounds as it is. Oh, he's like, oh, one more word of warning. If you do stay behind, all the current guardsmen they let stay. They cut their pay. It's not even half of what it is. My husband had to start blacksmithing again, even though he only has one arm.
Where's the blacksmith?
Right over there.
Oh, okay.
Alright. Thanks for the heads up.
No problem, and good luck to you.
See you later.
I gotta head out soon too. I was trying to prevent turning the microphone on because there's loud Stevie Nicks happening.
That's fine. If you gotta go, that's fine. But if you wanna do anything, we can just cut to you right now.
There's nothing in particular I can think of. He's just looking around.
All right. Well, then just go whenever you need to.
All right, I'm gonna head out. I'll hit you up later about updating my character sheet because I'm sure
Fair
I'm
enough.
gonna get confused.
All right. See you, Charlie.
Yeah.
See ya.
Yeah.
All right. So anyway, Jayson, continuing on with you, you eventually get to your home, and the key still works. You get there to find it empty, and not much has changed. Do you want to look around?
Well, make sure make sure nothing's out of place. Like no one's been snooping around or no one's ransacked it or anything like that.
Nothing appears out of place that much, but there are telltale signs that at least something's going on here. Like there isn't as much food as there used to be.
Well, I can back up and I go find where my mom works.
As you do, you just hear someone jimmying the door.
I brace myself.
Door unlocks. There's your mom. Just like,
Mommy.
Rowan?
Mom, but for some reason she's an elf.
In the door stands Evangeline Lilly, looking just like the last time you saw her, and she's like, Rowan, and she just says no less. Oh, thank God, you're alive! And she just drops whatever she's carrying and runs up and hugs you.
Hug's back. Asks if she's all right.
It's like, I'm fine. Nothing in the city's been able to hurt me yet, even with all the things that have been happening recently.
I heard. Evelyn told me. What happened to Father?
I don't know where he was sent. They refused to tell me. All my inquiries into the guard station, and well, I dare not ask the king's son. He doesn't even talk to half of us. Hold on, I gotta find this guy's name. Oh yeah, it's like I dare not even talk to Ares. Like he won't even talk to me now. Roll knowledge local to see if you know the name Ares.
10.
This is an easy check. You know this. Prince Ares Reyes is the firstborn son of King Reyes, the king of Syria. Apparently, he's living here now, and from what you've been told by Aveline, your mother works for him now.
Been treating you right? I don't.
So
You've been getting enough pay, food.
So far, though, his key. Oh yeah, the king's name is Aion. The king's name is Aion Reyes. Just so you know. It was like, so far, just the keep he set himself in is. It's not outside the city, and it's not an unreasonable distance. But he's starting to demand that all the servants gather their belongings and start living there, just so you know, they have quicker access to his needs.
His needs.
You know, don't think like that. He's quicker to the human servants more than the elf ones. He barely even acknowledges the rest of us as people. He's not cruel. Well, he's just the son of a king. How do you think he acts?
Well, I'm gonna go try and try and see if I still have a job here.
Yeah,
Need some more food in this place.
You do that. I have to get the rest of my things packed and we'll get over to Ares' keep now. Also, I can still come and go as I please. It's just I won't be staying here for the foreseeable future. At least not while the Syrians are in the city.
See.
Rowan, what's with that response? I'm your mother. You've known me long enough. Do you really think something like this is going to seriously hurt me?
No. Just, a lot of stuff's changed.
Clearly. If you're gonna worry about anyone, she just pokes you in the shoulder. If you're gonna worry about anyone, worry about yourself. There are plenty more problems to deal with than just me. At least I'm fine.
I guess I'll go check with the guard post.
All right. I'm leaving for the palace tomorrow morning, so I'll be here until then.
All right.
So as we've cut to him, Ken, are you back?
I'm right here.
Oh, for some reason I can only see the corner of your screen. Oh well, Ken, you're trying to sell are you trying to sell the horses too, or just what you have on you?
I'm not carrying the horses on my back.
I'm selling my individual horse.
All right.
I mean, if the horses are being sold, someone else is probably selling them.
Hold on. I need to find the average cost of equipment. Okay, Ken. You being you've actually been to the city before. You've made port in it a few times, though you've never stayed long enough to really get to know it. So, you being you as a career criminal, you have two choices. Since these are common weapons, you can either attempt to sell them in the market to a blacksmith or just to a trader, or you can sell them at the black market. The upside of the black market is you might be able to convince them to give you more gold, but the black market's kind of shady, and they might try to screw you out on gold.
I think I'll just go to a legitimate route.
Mm-hmm. All right. You're the only one who's getting this. You're the only one who's getting to see this. Like, as you walk towards the center of town, well, you know where the market is. Like I said, you've been here, just that you don't know it. New to you, as you walk towards the center of town, you spot a crowd. You spot a crowd there. There's a crowd of people, like, all looking in towards the center. as you get closer, you see that gathered in the main city square is basically on a makeshift stage. Is some guy who looks like he's dressed as a priest, and he's surrounded by guards. Everyone has their attention on him. And to the two pyres next to him, one to his left, one to his right, with a man and woman on each. As you get closer, he begins his rousing speech. Noble Sancturum, city of the blessed, beacon of all those lost in the dark, cradle of the eternal fire. Here are words. And I have flavor text now. Those words are said loud enough to grab not only your attention, but the attention of everyone else as well. Blah 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 blah. It's like in front of him. You see. Oh, you were close enough to Nox when this happened. Remember those soldiers he was describing?
Yes.
You see about 10 of them between the crowd and this man.
Well, good thing I wasn't there. I might have gone nuts.
Like almost to a T, as he described it. The strange armor, the hats, and well, the man on stage continues talking. If you want, you can roll perception to get a better idea of what this man looks like.
6.
All you can see about him is that he's wearing red and white priest robes, and he looks young, but he has very long white hair that's tied back in a ponytail. He continues speaking. The eternal fire is not something to be feared. It does not burn, it does not destroy, but cleanses, enlightens, and protects. It cleanses the world of sin, and shines a beacon through the dark. And it protects us from the unspeakable things that wish to see us destroyed. All around you, you hear the people chant, Holy fire, cleanse, enlighten, protect us. After a dramatic pause, he says again, We all carry sin, even I. To deny it is to deny that you are flesh and blood. That is why fire hurts us when it touches our flesh. It does not seek to destroy, but to cleanse us of our sin. That those who touch the fire and are unharmed are free of sin. Free of the evils that tie down man.
Lights the guy speaking on fire.
But for those whose sin is unforgivable. At that, you see this man turn back around. He walks towards a flaming pot in the middle and pulls out a torch. Let the holy fire grant them mercy and cleanse them of this world. And at that, he walks over towards the pyre to his right, and there's a man attached to it. Roll perception again.
6.
You hear him say something to him, and you think you hear the word mage in his words. So yeah. And at that, the guy tied to the pyre starts screaming, What have I done wrong? What harm have I brought to anyone? I've committed no crimes. You have no right to. Defiant to the end, he just gently tosses the torch into the pyre as he starts to burn.
Witch burn. It's literal witch burning.
At that, he walks back, grabs another torch, and walks to the other one. And he says this loud enough for you to hear. As for you, freak, there are no words in any tongue that will forgive your soul, if you even have one. And he throws the torch into the pyre. As you see this woman burn, she shouts, Please, no! Please don't do this! I only wanted to live! I only wanted to live like you! Please, someone help me! You don't need to roll perception for this. You can see this. As she screams, you see her flesh begin to twist, contort, and change as it looks like it starts to melt. Her face changes texture, even color, as so does the rest of her skin. Roll intelligence to see if you know what this woman is.
17.
You've never met one, until today, but you've heard whispers of such. But you've heard of changelings that can change their appearance and look like other people. But yeah, this is your first time seeing one.
Does she look like a bug?
No, not like a bug. She looks human, but now it just looks like her skin is melting off. Like, a lot faster than the other guys.
Oh, so she's like Mystique, kind of.
Kind of, yeah. And at that, the white-haired priest in the middle stops talking and just glares out at the crowd. You don't see it so much as feel his eyes fall on you. And then there is silence as he walks off the stage, escorted by his guard, followed by the witch hunters.
Well, I know who I'm burning to the ground.
With that, following this display, people just go back to normal. They don't even pay attention to the two burning pyres in the middle of town square.
This is fine.
This is fine. So congratulations, Ken. You've seen firsthand the terror of Sankup Tunum.
I gotta take on a whole goddamn religious order.
I was actually hoping more of you would see this, but this encounter was designed such that the first person who walked to town square saw it, and it was Ken. So congratulations, Ken.
I don't know how much of a foothold they have yet. Holy crap.
I would have done something if there weren't like 10 fucking gods.
Also, just actually, no, you wouldn't know this. Never mind. So, Ken, you are back in control. What do you want to do?
Continue my. Kind of look at the people burning like damn shame and go back to what I was doing.
All right. Roll perception. There are a couple of traders. Some of them just traveling. There might. To your recollection, there is a blacksmith in town square, but you don't remember where he was. Roll perception.
13.
Actually, you look behind the pyres, just notched away in a little corner, is a blacksmith shop.
Okay, I go then.
Okay, you go there, and as you go there, the guy just looks at you and just like, top-notch swords. What can I do for you today, sir?
Good day, sir. In my travels, well, you may choose to believe this or not, I literally came across these 6 swords, and I have no use for half a dozen swords, so perhaps you would make better use of that.
Okay. The going price of a longsword is 15 gold pieces. However, you may attempt to haggle for more. Warning: failure at haggling will result in you getting less money.
Not death. Just dysfunction.
15, so that 15 times 6 would be 90.
Yeah, 90.
Virtual Painter goes, I am not against that. I am not too against that price, but how much? Virtual grabs the mace. If I throw in this mace, how much would that also get me?
The going price of a mace is... Where's a mace? A mace is 10.
So
actually, no, I was wrong. A mace is also 15.
So 105. 105.
You going for that, or are you gonna attempt to haggle?
I'm thinking.
All right.
What do you feel like? Pasta or pizza?
Isn't it cheap?
Pizza place that I was mentioning is pretty cheap.
Yeah, because
The customizable pizza.
It's not like a big slice.
Virtual goes, would you raise the total to 110?
Pretty cheap. And it gives you
110. Roll charisma.
this large of a pizza.
You're not being completely unreasonable. So this.
We can go there.
12.
It's right near
At
the AMC.
that, just like, I suppose for the trouble you went through to get these, I could throw in the extra gold. 110 it is then.
Maybe.
Very well.
And
I hand him the sword and the mace.
Business is concluded. You have 110 more gold pieces.
Okay.